I do love that video.
Oh.
It gets you so fired up. It gives you the feels. It means that we are back at the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series. This is the final four of the 10K Heads Up. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks. Brent, here we go. Final table, cards up coverage on the way of both semi-final matches. This one's certainly high on the list of prestigious events, not just in this series, but throughout the course of the year.
Yeah, the 10K championship event, the Heads Up. You know it's going to be special, Jeff. And by the way, that video, the weather outside, it looks frightful, but today the action will be so delightful.
Nice.
You like what I did there? Yeah,
Well
I'm
played.
excited, man.
Is that why you still have the Christmas tree up so you can insert all the holiday puns?
The lucky spruce. The lucky spruce. It may stay up all year long, Jeff.
Oh boy, that would not be tilting at all. So here we go, Brent. 94 entries down to 4. A $1 million prize pool as guaranteed by the good folks at GGPoker. Our final four is guaranteed $99,500. Second place pays $199K. We have a first place prize of $348,250. And Brent, how about this? We never have to mention ICM.
That's it. That's it. I mean, we know exactly what the payouts are going to be as we've just run through. This is a piece of cake, Jeff. I mean, we got two tables. Action will be nonstop here in the semifinals. Once we reach that finals matchup, I am juiced, Jeff. It's a Saturday unlike any other.
That much is true. In part, Brent,
Yeah.
because you got a little something going on the side. We're free to acknowledge it. Producer Simon gave you permission to at least have this game on in the background. And let's see, what game would that be?
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. I mean, if I stand up here, can you see my work pants? Can you see my work pants? These are called Zubas, Jeff. These are called Zubas. I have no idea, but I came dressed for success today. Let's rock. And by the way, is there any betting going on, Jeff? Can we bet on anything today?
There just might be, as you may or may not have placed a bet on your Buffalo Bills. You may or may not be able to place a wager on these final four. Here are the final four. This is the partnership between PokerShares and GG. Soon, we will kick it to the GG squad for their picks, and we've got a very special guest in that group today. But first, Brent, let's talk about this final four and the name that just absolutely jumps off the page. It's Nicholas Aztet, one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, a legend, Lena 900. I mean, if you've played online poker at all, you know who this guy is. He's a crusher, one of the best to ever get it done. And you can see by the odds, yes, he is a favorite. Not by much, Plus 180 are the odds as far as the American odds are concerned. You can see the decimal points there. Notice the money, Jeff. Notice the total bet. It's actually relatively even. I'm surprised as far as the number of bettors. 91 folks have money on Nicholas Aztet. And it makes a lot of sense because, I mean, he's one of the best in the world to play this game of poker.
Yeah, 91 people see that name, Nicholas Aztet, and they click, yeah, let's go. Only 25 people have clicked on Mirza Muhovic, but to your point, Brent, more than $11,000 wagered on Mirza. No cashes yet, no tournament cashes on GGPoker. Did play the 5K main event in the summer, did fire 2 entries in that one. Brent, he's more of a cash game specialist and another old school online hero.
Yeah, he's played a long time. I remember he had a big scoop win a few years back. That was good for a couple $100,000. Way back in the day, he was a part of the Ivy League when Phil Ivey had that online poker thing going on. So he's been around the block, ton of experience. I think, and I think you already mentioned this, he is the sharp side as far as the wagering is concerned. You're going to get a little better than 2-to-1 on your money, meaning if you bet $100 and say that Mirza's going to win this thing, you're going to get $220 in return. So it's quite simple. And I'm surprised, to be honest. I'm surprised that he is the least bet on individual as far as the Final Four is concerned. Only 25 bettors are on Mirza. So if you're out there and you're looking to bet, I really like this guy. He's not my pick, Jeff. He's not my pick, but you know, I would understand why you'd want to put some money on him.
The big bets are coming in on Mirza, and we'll show you one of those big bets in just a little bit. So if you had the GGPoker client up, pull up the 10K Heads Up, pull up final table betting, and boom, like it's right there. It's laid out for you. You can bet on this final table within the client. All right, Ian Motter, Brent, out of Canada, going off at a little bit better than 3-1 as a couple of Super Millions cashes on his resume, and he's into this event for $500 that this Canadian can play.
Yeah, I mean, he's sort of the satellite king, and we'll see his resume a little bit later on in the show. But Ian Motter has a tendency to satellite into a lot of the bigger buy-in events, this being one of them, right? You mentioned he's only in for $500. Well, if you look even further at the resume, I'm looking at his live results on Hendon. He's very young. He just got started in his career. He's got about $370,000 in live earnings. GG, he's starting to take off and make a name for himself. This is my pick. I'm going to put my money on Ian Motter. I love this young Canadian. He just, I don't know, man. You're getting better than 3-1 on your money. I love the resume. I sort of love how hungry he appears to me. This is my upset special. This is my guy. Lock it in, Jeff. Between you and I, we always are wagering. This is my pick. I want Ian Motter.
Unfortunately, we can't fire up GG here in the United States of America, so Brent and I just kind of book each other's plays. So I'll be booking that one. Brent, we've had a pretty terrible track record, come to think of it. We've been doing this for weeks. Final table, cards up coverage of the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series, and none of us have gotten a prediction correct. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. Now, it's going to be hard for us to screw this one up today. I mean, there's only four players. We've got a good shot. One of us is going to win, and we got a 25% chance to actually hit this thing. So, yeah, my pick, Jeff, don't forget, lock it in.
Okay.
Ian Motter.
We're going to lock it in, and we're going to say what's up to everybody in the chat, to Wisco, to Nicola, to Darren, to Barack. Rizla is in the mix. Amir is here. Bidjut is here. Thank you guys so much for being here. We do very much appreciate that. And if you do place a wager on this final table, be sure to let us know in the chat who you're picking. If you're kind of like us and you're in the States, but you want to fire off your pick, go ahead, do that in the chat. All right, Brent, last but certainly not least, that would be Cooper Lee going off at about 5-1. And speaking of satellite crushing, Cooper Lee is into this one for $100. Again, into this one for $100. Just absolutely living the dream.
What a story. Well, he super satellited in, Jeff. He turned $100 into a 1K satellite ticket, which he then won to turn it into a 10K seat. So this is the ultimate parlay. Cooper Lee, what a story out of Malaysia. Doesn't have really anything as far as earnings are concerned. This is the recreational player living the poker dream, and he has parlayed that $100 ticket into a Final Four finish. That is just about good for $100,000. I believe it's $99,500. Yep. He's locked up, guaranteed in equity. It's hard not to really root for this guy. It's the underdog story. I'm usually all about these underdogs, but I don't know, Jeff. I mean, this is really special.
Well, we really do have this David versus Goliath matchup, as he will be taking on Nicholas Aztet in one of our semi-final matches. So this is like satellite winner in it for a hundo, facing literally one of the best players in the history of online poker. Anything can happen.
It's a perfect analogy. It really is. This is the David versus Goliath sort of story. And, we were talking a little bit before we went on air about what would you do if you're Cooper Lee? And you mentioned, wow, I just want to get the money in right away. And one of our producers said, well, I don't know, man. Maybe you just sort of sit on it, let the structure catch up. You give yourself a better shot. So let's see what approach Cooper Lee comes with today, or perhaps maybe just the cards will do all the talking.
They will start super deep at, I think, about 125 big blinds. So, yeah, like you said, like producer Simon said, maybe you wait until the structure gets a little more shallow and then just try to win some flips. So I'm very curious to see how that match plays out, and so excited that we get to see cards up coverage. Brent, we're used to the heads up coverage by now by broadcasting the high stakes feud featuring Daniel Negreanu versus Doug Polk. It's cards down for the majority of the time. You got to be looking forward to some cards up action here today.
I'm excited. We actually can start to put a story together, have an idea as to what these killers are trying to do throughout as they navigate. It's exciting. Anytime you can see whole cards, that tells a different story as opposed to what we've been covering with Daniel versus Doug. We're guessing a lot of the times. It's a different sort of narrative. And Yeah, needless to say, this is going to be special.
Back to Nicholas Aztet. Aztet finished second in the Super Millions over this past week. His fourth second-place finish in the 10K Super Millions. I mean, that is pretty absurd. Doesn't quite speak to his heads-up skill. You'll see that he's maybe running bad heads-up. You'll see his final hand against Darren Elias in just a little bit. But, I mean, 4 second-place finishes in this kind of 10K when it's been going on for not even a year. I think he's played maybe 30 of them. That's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
It's without a doubt the most difficult 10K that you could play, on a consistent basis. Everyone in there is a known name for the most part. Everyone in there is elite. And for this kid to come in and just consistently put up huge results time and time again, that shows you just how special he is as a player. Most of these guys in that field are going to be watching Nicholas Aztet to try and figure out exactly what the hell he is doing. How is he so good? What strategy is he employing? How am I being exploited by this guy over and over again? We haven't seen it yet on the resume, but worth noting, Aztet has more than $6 million on GG earnings alone. So all these other online sites that are out there, just GG, he's got more than $6 million in earnings here. I mean, that is remarkable.
As Alex, one of our mods in the chat, points out, he also beat Limitless, one of the other best players in the game, just to get here. They collided in the round of 8. Aztet also went through Timothy Adams, Lucas Reeves, and a Super Millions winner in Guillaume Nollet. So, Brent, before we get to our GG squad pick, I am going to give you my pick. Okay. And I'm just going to take one of the best players to ever do it. Give me Lena 900. Give me Nicholas Aztet at plus 180. Plus 180, that's all the value in the world. He is Lock City in the David versus Goliath matchup.
Come on,
and then he'll just crush Muhovic or Mater. It doesn't even matter who he faces.
You're just going with the favorite. Come on, dude.
I'm going with the winner. I'm going with the winner. I like so money. You got, it's just easy money.
Yeah. You've got Aztet and I've got Ian Mater. And all right, man. There's our virtual shake. We got ourselves a ball game.
Let's do it. Now, Kakiti and Egyptian are back from the GG squad. But we also have, from Team GGPoker, ladies and gentlemen, Fedor Holtz. Take a look.
If you guys didn't know, click the final table betting thing. You'll get the table that pops up. Place some money down. Now, you might be wondering, Pat, what's the sharp bet? Nicholas is 2.73. Okay, I don't know this guy. Mirza, probably good if he's getting good odds. I'm sure if I Googled him, I'd know. But if we're going to pick somebody, I think Ian Mater is going to be my pick. If you guys are looking to gamble, screw it. Let's put my money where my mouth is. Fuck it. Let's put $50 down. I'm in.
This is the 10K heads up final 4 now. 350K for first. Mirza Muhovic busted me, busted my mate, and now he's here in the final 4. 3.3 to 1, I think that's not a bad bet, but I would go with Cooper Lee personally. I just like the odds. 6.15 to 1. Snap it off.
What's up, guys? This is Fedor. I'm here at home right now. I'm super excited about the upcoming 10K heads up. 4 players left, and I want to sweat some, so I'm gonna play some bets and I'll share them with you. So let's go check it out. So I've done my research, of course. I mean, I love Nicholas Aztet. I think he's an absolute crusher. But this time, I'm going to go with the underdog, Mirza Muhovic. Really good high-stakes player. I really like how he's playing. I'm going to place a 2K bet on him. And for a fun sweat, also Ian Mater. I just feel like I want to have an underdog in there as well. I'm going to put 2K on him as well. And boom, 2 bets placed. I hope one of them makes it. I hope you guys have some fun sweating that too. It's gonna be super fun to rail it. I'm definitely gonna rail it. Cheers, guys.
And we do hope to see Fedor in the chat coming up a little bit later today. Brent, I love how we've seen, from our awesome GG squad members, you have $50 bets, $100 bets here and there over the last couple weeks. Fedor comes in and just bombs 2K on 2 different players.
Yeah, just $2 grand. Holy crap, Fedor. I mean, just out there blasting off. By the way, how many keyboards does a man need? Were you looking in the background there? He had like 4 keyboards lined up. Was he getting into music? Does this guy do everything? Does he do everything now? Is he starting a band?
Would it surprise you? Would it surprise you if he did everything?
And he looks like that Mark Rebillier, whatever his name is, that's out there that's always making these videos in his underwear. I could see that actually being Fedor. I'm going to a little investigation into that.
Okay, so Brent, we heard from Fedor, we heard from Kakiti, heard from Egyptian.
Mm-hmm.
And again, nobody picked Lena 900. What are you fools doing?
They know. Yeah, they know. Sharp picks. A lot of people like my guy. A lot of people like Ian. And he's going to be our champion.
Fedor's in on Ian. Egyptian's in on Ian. Kakiti said that, Mirza got him early on in this heads-up tournament. We'll reveal Mirza's thoughts about that match against Kakiti coming up in just a little bit. All right, Brent is locked in on Ian Motter. I am locked in on Nicholas Aztet. The final table betting is over. Again, if you fired, let us know in the chat. I saw Nicola got a bet down on Nicholas. I think that's the sharp play. It's the easy play. It's the Lock City play. Nicholas Aztet, Lena 900. Let us move on, Brent. Let us recap what has gone down so far in the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series. Again, $100 million guaranteed over 18 ring events, and here's one of them. Event number 12, the $500 deep stack, 1,445 entries, creating a prize pool of more than $686,000. The winner, that'd be Fabian Schmidt out of Austria, takes home more than $90,000. And Brent, second place, Oliver Weiss, who also made the round of 8 in the 10K heads up. I mean, this guy's clearly a sicko.
Yeah, Oliver Weiss is nasty, man. Really good. Gravy Belt, by the way, third. Ryan Reese, I believe that's the real Ryan Reese this time around. He went out in 30th place. And how about, of course, just lingering Nicholas Aztet. Again, plays this $500 event, made a run, had a shot. Kudos to Fabian Schmidt for knocking off such a tough final table and taking this thing down.
Brent, do you recognize that screen name, Gravy Boat?
I do. I believe that's Luda.
No.
Is that right?
Ludo.
No. Okay. Ludo.
Ludovic.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
Ludo, L-U-D-O.
Luda, that's what I said. Luda. Yeah. And third place finish for Luda.
Okay. Yeah. So that's event number 12. The 10K heads up is event number 13. So let us jump to event number 14, the $800 50 stack with 1,849 entries. Prize pool of more than $1.4 million with a $1 million guarantee. That's crushed. Yuri Zivalevsky, Brent. This guy is a true beast in the online and in the live world. He takes it down for more than one.
Specimen, man. Yuri Zivalevsky, he's out there playing the acoustic guitar. He's singing. He's great. He made a run in the main event a couple years ago at the World Series. I'm a huge fan of Zivalevsky. He's been around a long time. He's an online crusher in his own right. No surprise to see him at the top of the podium right here.
Fellow countryman Rui Ferreira finishes in 5th. He also final tabled the Super Millions this week. Davide Katai finishes in 15th. Lucas Greenwood out in 43rd. The very first player eliminated from the 10K heads up. Elke and Chris Moorman with some smaller
So
catches.
sick, Elke 87. So sick.
That is Elke from Team GGPoker. All right, event number 15, $400 New Year Colossus. So, of course, a ton of entries. We aren't going to recognize the winner. I mean, 8,725 entries, prize pool more than $3.2 million, and the winner is it's Michael Adamo, of course, because why not?
I mean, what the hell? How does he do it? He plays everything. He'll play $1 million buy-in tournament. He'll play a $400 buy-in tournament that's got 38,000 runners in it. I don't even know how many people are in this thing, and he just ships it. He just outright wins the thing for $374,000. How good is Michael Adamo? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's just absurd. You see some cashes for Kenny Howard, for Nicholas Aztet, Juha Helpy, for known tournament grinder, of course, Kakiti, and also cashes for Felipe Ramos and Easter Dams from the GG squad. And Brent, your Buffalo Bills, for the first time in the 2021 playoffs, are on the board.
Put them up, baby. Bills Mafia, stand up. Put them up. Here we go.
Here we go, indeed. We also want to highlight the $525 Bounty Hunters High Roller main event. That won by Pro Beers. Not that Pro Beers, not Andras Nemeth, but that would be Yannick Schumacher out of Austria winning that one for more than $117,000. And again, Because why not? How about a final table for Michael Adamo? You could argue that Adamo right now is the best in the world, right?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is. When it comes to no limit hold'em MTTs, he is for sure top 5, and there's not even a question about it. I think all the high rollers, the super high rollers that play in the biggest buy-ins, they would tell you the exact same thing. Shout out, by the way, Pro Beers. I am also pro beers. I'm not anti beers. I am very much pro beers.
You do strike me as a pro beers guy. Adamo went deep in the 10K heads up over the summer at the World Series of Poker bracelet event on GG, I believe, losing that one heads up to Disco Dave, to David Peters. All right, so that brings us to today's tournament, to today's $10,000 buy-in. The prize pool, $1 million as guaranteed by GG. A first place prize of more than $348,000. A second place prize of $199K. Everyone guaranteed $99,500. So this first semifinal match is for about $100K. 8 spots paid. Eliminated in the round of 8 for $62,187. That'd be Juan Pardo Dominguez. That'd be George Wolf. That'd be Oliver Weiss. And that'd be Victor Malinowski. And Brent, that kind of sums up how tough this field is overall.
Cream of the crop, man. They always rise to the top, and we are in for a treat with the remaining Final Four. And don't forget, we've got the amazing Cinderella story. Cooper Lee turned $100 into a $1,000 satellite seat, which he then parlayed into these 10K buy-in. Somehow, here we are in the Final Four, and he's chasing that first place prize of $348,000 and change. What a story.
Could he find a way? I mean, you had Steven Shidwick in the field. You had World Series of Poker millionaire maker, bracelet winner Daniel DeVoris in the field.
Yeah.
You had one of the best in the Final Four. We mentioned the names that were eliminated in the round of 8. Juan Pardo Dominguez, George Wolf, Oliver Weiss, Victor Malinowski. That would be Limitless. I mean, Limitless versus Lena 900. I think we would have to charge the audience in order to see that one. That was probably a fascinating heads-up match. You will see one of the key hands from that match coming up in just a little bit. Speaking of key hands, Brent, what an action-packed week it has been on GGPoker. We kicked it off just last Saturday with the final table of the Christmas Colossus. And Brent, we are saying that correctly, right? Colossus?
It's absolutely called the Colossus. There's no way anyone should ever be saying the Pioloasis. That is just ridiculous. Colossus. Just blend it all together into one beautiful word that makes total sense. Colossus.
Anson Sang grabbing his first WSOP circuit ring in the Colossus and almost $179,000. And Brent, every Tuesday, it's the final table of the Super Millions. It's a 10K buy-in. It's Rotterdam and Nananoku on the call right here on this very channel, right here on ggpoker.tv. It's just always a stacked final table. And this week, no different. Seth Davies out in 9. Bert Stevens out in 8. Adrian Mateos, the Conquistador, out in 6. Heads up for the title between Darren Elias and... Nicholas Aztet, and this was an absolutely wild ending. So we're going to show you how the Super Millions wrapped up, plus how the Christmas Colossus ended last Saturday. Take a look.
Ooh. Okay, Darren Elias, what are we going to do with A7? Oh my god, that's it. A7 jams into Queens. What will it be? No ace yet. Will it be an ace on the turn? Or oh my god, there's the ace.
God.
And that is going to do it. That is going to do it. Nicholas Ostad battled his heart out, but once again, it's a second place for him. As Darren Elias becomes the only 2-time winner right now when it comes to the High Roller Super Millions. Michael Adamos won it 3 times.
Now it's jacks against the double suited 9-6-5 deuce.
Okay.
King 7-5 with 2 hearts.
Maybe now it just goes in, huh? No, he's going to give him a way out. I thought shoot your
by
face
leading pot, yeah.
And it might still go in. Who knows? Who knows?
Backdoor straight flush.
There it is.
It's going to put the chips in.
Going in.
Sang happy to make the call. About a 2-1 favorite. It's a 6 on the turn. Sang has the lead, looking to dodge a king, a 7, a jack, or a club. River card.
Oh,
it's the 6 of diamonds on the river, and the 2-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner has notched his first World Series of Poker circuit ring. Anson Sang wins more than $178,000 in Brent, what I can only call an absolutely wild heads-up match. Yeah, wild indeed. I mean, how much did we go back and forth in that one? Heads up. How many all-ins?
It was the swingiest, most ridiculous. It was bananas, the action in that thing. I wasn't sure it was ever going to end. Yeah, it was crazy.
Darren Elias, by the way, becoming the second two-time winner of the Super Millions. The other, yeah, it's Michael Adamo, because Michael Adamo has won it 3 times. But our guy Elias representing, Brent, the United States of America.
The end boss, man. The end boss. That dude is so good at poker. Maybe that name is familiar to you guys in the chat. Well, it should be, because he's the all-time winningest player at the World Poker Tour. I believe he's got, was it 6 titles, Jeff? 5 titles? I don't know. Look it up. It's out there. Dear Google.
Yeah, it's 4, but it's still a lot. It's still a lot, and it's
I meant what's coming this year. He's going to win 2 more.
Right, and then he's going to win a couple more, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He seems to win a WPT title per year. Just an absolute sicko in Darren Elias. Did he get a little bit lucky there against Nicholas Aztet? Yeah.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
You think?
Probably did, with getting it in with the A7 against the Queens, and then boom, spikes the ace on the turn. That was a ton of fun to watch. Again, the Super Millions final table every Tuesday on GGPoker's YouTube channel. That is ggpoker.tv. We're also live on Twitch and Facebook at this very moment. And soon we will switch over to only being on YouTube, to only being on ggpoker.tv. So you can come join us in that chat now. That is where we are paying attention in the chat. That's where we are saying hi to Michelle, to Marco, to Daniel, to Cuddy, to Aaron, to Barack, to Connor. Thank you guys for being here. A lot of Bills love, Brent, in the chat. Your Bills Mafia is here to support
baby.
you.
Here we go. I mean, the Mafia, they're always going to follow, though. You know, they're here. They're here. They're loud. Stand up in the chat. Let's go, baby.
All right, let us get to our semi-final previews. Here we go. The final 4 in the 10K heads up. And we will start with matchup number 1. You'll be able to see cards up coverage of both of these at the same time. So we have Nicholas Aztet versus Cooper Lee. Look at these graphics, Brent. Some fire and ice at the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series.
So good, man. So good. GG Poker just continues to deliver. And speaking of so good, look at this resume, for crying out loud. I mean, who is better than Lena 900, the most profitable Super Millions player on the site? The earnings more than $6 million alone on GG Poker. Somehow his best finish is 4th place for $380,000. I mean, can you imagine if he'd actually won the EPT Barcelona event?
Well, he can't be the best in live and online. You know, you got to leave some money for the rest of the poker community.
Oh
right?
my gosh! I mean, this kid is so good at poker. I can't wait to see cards up coverage just to see exactly what it is he's doing.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 second place finishes in the Super Millions. Brent said at 8 final tables, just an absolute crusher. He can achieve his largest cash on GG with a win in the 10K heads up today. Second place for this week's Super Millions was $346K. First place today is $348,250. Brent, let's take a look at his road to the semi-finals. And it started off with a bye. I mean, we got to give one of the best players a bye. And then look at this gauntlet.
Oh my gosh, the Prince of Poultry, Timothy Adams in round 2, knocks him off. Lucas Reeves, high roller rag. Guillaume Nollet, absolute beast in his own right. He is so good at poker. And of course, goes without saying, round 5. I mean, what a clash of the Titans, really. Victor Malinowski, don't call me Victor Malinowski. That is Limitless, one of the best players to have ever played nosebleed cash games.
A Limitless versus Lena 900. Again, a match that we can only dream of. Going to show you 3 key hands on Nicholas Aztet's journey to the final 4 of the 10K Heads Up World Series of Poker Circuit event. So let's start those now. Brent, you said it. You wanted to see cards up coverage of Nicholas Aztet. Well, let's do it. Let's dive right into his match against Guillaume Nollet, a Super Millions winner. This came when they were both plenty deep. Nollet with about 90 bigs. Aztet raising it up with the 8-5.
Call.
No-lay, pretty standard call here. Check call. Could 3-bet that, I think, some of the time in a heads-up format. Ace-9's pretty strong. And what is about to happen here? Is he really going to try and find a winner with the 8-5? We do have the 5 of clubs. I know this favors us as we raise the button. What in the world?
Could he pull this one off?
Is he really going to win this pot? I mean, I'm seeing this live for the first time right now, folks, as we watch this together. What are we doing? Are we going to... Okay. Huge bet on the turn.
Yeah, going 5K and a 6,600.
I mean, if you're calling here, if you're no-lay, what's your plan on the river, right? You just have to call it off, don't you? What is about to happen? We can't fold ace-9. No shot.
Fascinated by this. A jack of clubs on the river with 16K in the middle. What's Nicholas going to come up with here? How do you win this pot?
I mean, I don't know, but it's going to be ridiculous. He's got nothing but 8 high. He knows that no-lay unlikely to have many flushes.
That's pot.
Oh my gosh, a little more than pot. A little more than pot. What in the world? Is this going to work? No shot.
Oh, okay. No-lay calls. I thought.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, this all makes sense. So we see that lose a pot. All right.
We're watching that pot develop, and we're like, how in the world is he going to win this one? All right, here we go. Versus Limitless versus Victor Malinowski, who has the king of clubs here. Aztec has queens in the gut shot. A little smidgen of equity now for Limitless. And all 5
right,
clubs on the river.
Okay, so we're gonna see. I
have a feeling we're not gonna win this one either.
I don't see a way in which we do win
but
this one.
But this is about fighting through adversity. Key hands on the way to the semifinal, and that's what I meant, Brent. You know, sometimes you ride the roller coaster.
Yeah, he tripled it off in the first hand. Here, look at this, turning this into a bluff. He's got the ass end of a straight. Ass end of a straight. He's going to try and represent some sort of flush. And yeah, okay. So we're inside the mind of Nicholas Aztec to show you hands that he lost that were critical. Despite all of that, he still remains in the Final Four. That's how good he is. And what a nightmare to play against. What a nightmare.
Yeah. We go back to the Sweet 16 matchup against Guillaume No-lay 3-bets with the King 10 of diamonds. Aztec makes the call. They both flop kings.
Well, this is a cooler.
Yeah.
This is a cooler. When you're 3-betting with King 10 suited, it comes King high. I am high-fiving, man. I'm thrilled, trying to get it in.
Call.
Oh my gosh!
You
turns
said
the flush
diamonds on the turn.
Oh my!
No-lay, to your point, jumping up and down in celebration.
Yeah, man. I'm just looking to get all the money in the middle now, and you can tell No-lay. It looks like he's going to be check stuffing.
Bet.
In his mind, he's got the whole world.
Aztec, it's about 2/3.
I mean, the hand is so strong. Do you even want to raise, right? Top pair with the flush draw. Yeah,
he does just call. Keep Aztec's river bluffs in.
Exactly. Let him bluff it off. That's what he's thinking. Okay, let him bluff it off. Here you go. Yeah, stuff it. I call. Good game.
What sizing does Aztec go for?
No, it's going to be all of it,
just goes for all of it. And that's what makes him so good. He's so capable of doing this with such a wide range of hands.
And how good is No-lay? He did not snap call here.
To think about
he's like, oh my gosh, am I somehow beat in this spot? So, some variations of like 5-6, ace-5 got there.
And just at the end, you got to roll your eyes and call against Lena 900.
Right. Wow.
That's a cooler spot.
Wow, that is a cool
the win for Aztec. Went on to beat Limitless and is now in the semifinals to face Cooper Lee out of Malaysia. And Brent, you said it to start the show. He's living the dream. He's into this one for $100.
That's it, $100 in a dream. I mean, you can see the earnings. That 10K seat, they're going to credit towards his earnings. Other than that, he's got about 11,000 and change. He's just been having fun. Just been having fun playing a little GGPoker, and now he's got a shot to win a ton of money. This is really cool. $100 parlay.
Yeah, what do you think his emotions are like? Obviously, it's different for everybody, but he's guaranteed himself $99,500. He's about to take on one of the best players in the world for an additional $100K, and then if he makes it there, there's $348K up top.
Well, I just think that's cool. You know, not only is he guaranteed a bunch of money right now, but he now gets to have this challenge and this amazing story that he played Lena 900, right? One of the most iconic online players in the semifinals. And if he pulls the upset, it is one of the biggest upsets that you're going to see. I mean, this is just super cool. He has nothing to fear, which makes him dangerous.
Let's take a look at his road to the Final Four. He went through Fabian Spielman in round 1. Yanis Drashidis, nailed it on the pronunciation. Thank you,
Sure did.
Brent. And then in round 3, Dan Shack. Dan, your thoughts on this matchup against Cooper?
Yeah, I mean, listen, here's the thing. This amateur from Malaysia, he just came, he got so lucky. I had so many bad beats, and it's bullshit. I think online poker is rigged.
Thank you, Dan. Hope the markets are doing well for you. Gets through the wolf in round 5. Going to check out 2 of Cooper Lee's key hands starting now. The $100 satellite winner in the Final Four, taking on Gordakov. He's the King Jack here.
His name is Gordakov?
I do believe so, out of Russia.
Raise.
That's a thing there? You just
That's
got
badass.
same name?
Yeah,
I like
mean,
that.
If your
I like
name's
this
as cool
guy.
as Gordakov, might as well.
I mean, just call him GG.
Double
It's kind of
whammy.
fitting, right?
Yeah,
GG.
that's true. That's true.
GGPoker. Yeah.
Cooper flops top pair, Gordakov middle pair top kicker.
Bet.
All right. So what do we got? A little bit of a. Are we punting if we're double names here? Are we Gordakov?
Double names.
Gordakoving?
Well, you got
Yeah.
a call there. You got a call there. 22K in the pot. Gordakov with
Check.
49K behind.
What was it? Okay, Gordakov squared, and
Gordakov.
here we go. So he's gonna
Check.
bet here. No, he's gonna check. All right.
Checks
Oh,
back.
this is
Ooh, another
interesting.
jack pops up on the
So
river.
far, standard, right? I like this. I mean,
Yeah.
Cooper Lee, interesting line. Could have bet the turn if he elected to with King Jack. Deny a little equity, protect your hand from
Bet.
draws. Instead, he just buries the most interesting card in the river. Now, if you're Gordakov, you're a bit of a non-believer. Like, this line makes no sense. Why would he not bet a jack
Right.
on the turn?
Call.
Pays him off.
Does make the call. There are the trip jacks on to the next one for Cooper Lee. And Brent, we'll pick up the pace a little bit on, not that we can during the actual
Call.
hand, but when we keep going through our introduction, so we
Raise.
make sure to get to play at the top of the hour against the wolf, and against the wolf with aces.
Oh,
Call.
just howling.
The wolf is
And,
howling. Cooper
yeah.
flops an 8.
Yeah. I mean, we're strong. We're feeling pretty good
Check.
about this. So we're about to deliver a nasty beat, aren't we? Are we about to deliver something serious to the wolf?
Kind of is lined up that way.
Yeah. I anticipate just a call, although a raise would be pretty sick. You're not loving
Call.
2 aces if you get raised by this guy. What in the world? So, okay. So the wolf
Okay.
is just going to hold here, huh? He's got the ace of hearts as well.
Bet.
So we can eliminate the nut flush and little overbet now with aces up. And Cooper Lee's he going to get away. Is he going to get away? I don't know. In the tank, certainly thinking about it.
Call.
Nope.
Does make the call. Does make the call and was able to find the comeback against George Wolf. All right,
Right.
Brent, let's move on to our next semifinals matchup. Play starting in 7 minutes. It's Mirza Muhovic against your pick, Ian Motter. First, we will take a look at Mirza. No cashes on GG. Played the 5K main event. Fired a couple times in the summer cash game specialist, and we know Fedor likes him. Let's go ahead and just jump right to it. His road to the semifinal. He defeated Kakiti on his road to the semifinal. Also went through Anton Morgenstern and Juan Pardo Dominguez. And let's get to Mirza's most interesting hands as we breeze our way through this one.
Raise.
Checking this one out against Juan Pardo Dominguez. Tough matchup.
Certainly
Raise.
is. And nice little holding here. Notice that he doesn't have any. You saw the resume for Mirza, right? No cashes.
Yeah.
All he does is play high stakes cash, right?
Right.
And eventually he'll dabble in tournaments here and there as
Check.
long as the buy-ins are big enough or he feels like a good spot. And he's an expert in cash. No surprise that he's in this 10K championship event.
Check.
I love this, man. 3 bets and then just checks it over with the ace jack suited. Is this going to work? Are we actually going to get value here somehow?
Check.
Mirza told us that
Oh.
this was his toughest heads-up match throughout his 5 matches on the road to the semifinals. Says
What a
this
sick
guy's
line
been
he's
a
taken.
Yeah, so this guy's been a high-stakes multi-table tournament crusher for years, and that is indeed Juan Pardo Dominguez.
I love this, man. Just sets him up with the 3-bet and double check on this texture with ace jack. You know he's not folding. This is exactly why he's taking this line. This is brilliant. Sick twisted.
38K in the pot. Juan Pardo Dominguez firing 25K.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just, we have the jack in our hand.
Yep.
We're not afraid of king jack. This is why we took this line. We're setting this up. Brilliant, man. What a mastermind.
Yeah, on to the next one. This came in the round of 16 against Juan Carlos Vecino Duenes.
Another Juan. Juan's everywhere.
Yep. Seven's full for Mirza. Mirza had mentioned that Juan Pardo Dominguez was his toughest match, and Brent, he said his easiest match was against Kaki T. No respect for the Team GG squad member.
Well,
I mean, he also said he fought trips in a 3-bet pot early, and Kaki barreled off an overpair for his entire stack.
Oh, so that'll do it, yeah.
That'll do it. Good
You think
game,
he was
Kaki.
wearing? Maybe he couldn't see the screen with those aviators on.
Oh, just went check Rip City
Oh
and
my
got
God.
called.
Oh my God! Filthy line again by Mirza.
To his opponent. Look at that. I mean, wow.
That was
Wow,
filthy.
wow, and wow.
Yeah.
Check.
This is from that same match. Juan Carlos swapping trips.
Raise.
And check raising.
Call.
That hand was absurd. The 2K bet, and he just shoves for 55K and gets called.
We might see just a really good fold on the turn here. I think. I mean, I don't know. These guys played heads up, but this is pretty strong. Check raise that board and then overbet turn. I guess you keep him honest. You got to police the situation twice. You can't be folding ace X on these types of textures. You're just going to get beat to oblivion. There you go. Nice fold on the river.
Yeah, good fold by Mirza. All right, our last introduction. It is Brent's pick. We'll breeze through the intro. We'll get to the hands. That is Ian Motter. A couple super millions cashes on his resume. Let's go ahead, guys, and just jump to his road to the Final Four as he's in this one for $500. He faced Sir Watts right off the bat, then Yannis Constas, Joachim Anderson, Matus, and Oliver Weiss. And let's get to Ian Motter's key hands. And Brent, you like the Canadian.
I like this kid. I know nothing about him. I just looking at his Hendon mob, looking at his results. I love that he satellites into things. You can tell he's an astute grinder. I love it. He took down Mad Dog there in round 1, Jeff, and I think we got some highlights coming.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's roll the hands. Let us roll the hands from Ian Motter. Taking a look at this one from the round of 32 against the aforementioned Jay Anderson, who has 9s here.
All right.
That's
I mean,
10K.
Queen 6 suited. We could peel. We could peel. Why not?
Does peel.
Check.
Okay. Interesting. Check from Joachim. I don't mind it. You're not loving 2 9s. You're way ahead, way behind sort of situation. You're going to be having to fade. What a bet by Motter. 2K into 20K. What
That's
a
an interesting
potential misclick. I mean, it's just 2 bigs. Maybe we're trying to set up a really fat turn bet. It's a unique approach to this hand.
Check.
I mean, oh, wow.
Oh, well,
okay.
I mean, if you know you're going to spike the queen ball.
Check.
All right. This is interesting. I mean, now let's just get nice value with a queen, right? Motter, we're going to go ahead and bet this. We're not afraid. We ain't scared.
Bet.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. 9s is like, such a brutal spot. Like, what does this guy have? You just got to look him up, I think.
He does make the call. Ian
That's
shows
just
the
sick.
queens. Guys, we can jump to the heads up action if it's begun, or we can do another one of these featured hands. Brent and I will just kind of roll with whatever you're thinking. And there we go. Yeah,
I
so
said we
Brent
get
hangs
to the action, man. Let's
alongside
roll,
Jeff
baby. Are they
Platt,
going?
and yeah, we are ready to go. I think it was sorry to rush at the end, but I think we're ready for the final 4 of the 10K heads up event at the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series. Ready and excited about it. The final table betting has closed. Our guy Mox in the chat hooked us up with the final betting information. The most amount of money wagered on Nicholas Aztet. That would be Lena 900. Going off at plus 180.
Here we go.
We say good luck to all. There
Here
we
we
go.
go. Oh, baby.
Mirza
Oh, baby.
versus Motter. Aztet versus Cooper Lee. Cooper Lee ended up having 61 bettors on the underdog at around 5-1. $8,700 wagered on him, $9,817 wagered on Ian Motter, about $11K on Mirza, about $12K on Nicholas. So we'll work on getting the cards up coverage in the Cooper-Nicholas matchup.
I mean, I can see Motter. That's all I need, Jeff. I just need to
Oh,
focus
well, we do
on
see
my
Lena
horse.
with aces.
Oh, baby.
Oh, okay, and we're underway.
And
We
gets a
are
little
underway, and
gets a
Cooper
little
with
action.
the open-ended straight draw.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That's
Oh,
a
and
dangerous
Cooper
card
with
for
the pair
Cooper.
of tens.
What a check back there by Lena,
Yeah.
too, with the 2 aces on that texture. So under-repped. Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
tens and threes, a nice start in the David versus Goliath matchup. Cooper into this one for a hundo.
Let's see if Cooper elects to bet, and then can Lena just get away? No, I gotta call.
Just
Show
gonna
me a
snap
winner.
call. And
Show
it's
me
an
a
early
winner.
lead for that satellite winner.
There you go. The bad beats coming out early against Lena. That's your guy, Jeff. How's that feel, huh, buddy?
Brent, I mean, one of the best players in the world.
How's
I
that
think
feel?
we actually started with 200 bigs, so we're going to be totally fine here.
Oh,
We're
we
gonna
started
be
a little
totally fine.
deeper than we thought,
A
huh?
little
I thought it
deeper,
was
100K starting
125 bits.
stack at 250,500. All
There
right,
you
first
go.
free roll of the day. Password is squad, like that GG squad. The password is squad, SQUAD. How much for the winner? Good question, Antoine. That'd be $348,250 as you see on the bottom of your screen. Josh says, my first time catching Jeff and Brent live. Just want to say well done, guys. Enjoy your work. Very entertaining. Thank you, Josh.
Love that. Love that.
Appreciate that. Good to have you in the mix. Jack's free and Motter. Gut shot for Mirza.
This is intense, man. I'm going back and forth with both of these tables, trying to figure out what the heck is going
Yeah.
on. I love the 3-bet there from Cooper. 3-6 suited. Love this. Ian Motter's got an interesting spot top pair. I think we got to bet and deny equity over there, man. You got to bet. Got top pair. Let's go. Size it up, too. 3/4 pot. How about an overbet? I think that's an overbet. I can't quite tell the sizing.
Yeah, it's 5,400 into 4,100.
There you go.
How's your eyesight working out for you?
Eyesight's good. Maybe the resolution's not so hot on my end.
Maybe. Maybe. Sixes and fives for Lena 900. And see, Brent, just right back to starting stack. Just all good.
We're going to see this. We're going to see the ups and downs. And then,
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think Lena's probably just going to be leaning on his skill set, trying to exploit Cooper along the way. But remember what producer Simon said. It is so much better for Cooper to let this structure sort of meander and shorten these stacks to give him a better shot to win. We got action.
Yeah, how about tens full for Ian Motter for your guy against Jackson, the open ender.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that free roll giving away 10 at $20 World Series of Poker Circuit satellite tickets. Password squad.
Come on, man. Just call, Motter. Don't let him out of here yet. Just
Small
call.
bet,
You've
betting
got a
1K
great
into
full
6K.
house. Come on, man. Just call.
Into the tank, thinking how to proceed.
Man. Using the time bank. Really selling it. Don't do the raise. Don't raise. It just looks so strong. He's going to fold. He snap folds.
Snap fold, good for
All right.
Mirza.
You can't raise there, Motter. That's my guy. I don't know what we're doing.
Does Cooper find a bluff here with the missed straight draw?
Oh, my.
He does,
Cooper.
and Nicholas will
Oh.
just snap call with the kings
Ooh.
and sixes.
Yikes.
Daniel says, wow, this is my first stream, not Daniel versus Doug, and wow, I'm not used to Hanks right now. I love both versions. Yeah, we take a little bit of a more in-depth look at the poker in this one, I would
Different
say.
show, man. It's a different show. Here we're calling the action. We got some great hands back and forth, little battle. This is a fun card, huh?
Yeah,
Trips
straw versus
for
trips.
Mirza. Yeah, and
Love covering both
uh-oh.
matches at the same time, sixes and fours for Motter.
Action. Have to imagine Motter would blocker bet in this spot. At least that's what I would do and consider folding if I get raised. Or this, or you just check call depending on the sizing, maybe even considering check folding. I mean, some stuff missed, obviously, some straight draws, but a queen's not a great card to have in your hand.
The overbet here by Mirza firing 8,100.
This is not easy to do. There's 2 missed flush draws, but when you have queen 4 of hearts specifically, I think you can probably find a fold. He does correctly lay it down.
Laurie says Aztet will ship this hands down. I'm kind of with you on that one. Brent thinks it's Ian Motter. Paul, is Hank's getting hammered tonight? I'm just going to assume yes.
Yeah.
It's a day of the week, is it not?
Yeah, I've got this game on over here, and I'm a little concerned because my beloved Buffalo Bills are losing. I'm not
concerned.
I'm not happy at the moment. I'm not happy about what's
Plenty
going
of
on.
time. Brent, just relax. You would
Just
tell us to
relax.
relax. We can tell you to relax.
Yeah.
Totally fine. Motter's got your ducks on the pond.
I love this hand. This hand can't lose. He's going to spike a little Huey, Dewey, and Louie on the turn. Oh, boy.
Maybe on the river.
Yeah, not a great board for either player. You're not loving ace-5 in this spot. Out of position. No control in the hand. They did 3-bet this thing pre, so that explains why it's a little meaty in the middle, more than $11,000 out there. And both players are just going to line check. Maybe Motter can turn 2s into a bluff right now. I mean, he certainly is beating the Broadway sorts of holdings. We can deny equity from that, but maybe we have all of the 6s, right? Now we have all of the full houses in this instance on the button. I think we just have to recognize maybe turning it into a bluff now. He's going to check back and see the bad news, the sorry news.
Nice pickup from Mirza. Jack 10, straight for Cooper.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat telling Brent, just relax.
Yeah.
It's a long
hard
game.
to relax, man. It's hard.
This game has gone by super fast too, right?
I know, because I hate it. I hate it. It's just
they're just draining clock. Yeah, this is the game plan.
It's just they're doing exactly what they want. They're limiting Josh Allen.
Yep.
Oh, I'm nervous every goddamn year. Oh.
Fine. Everything is fine. Motter 3-bets with the ace-10 of hearts. Mirza makes the call and just flops the flush with the straight flush draw.
Oh, my.
Yeah, how about 8-5-6 all diamonds? Okay, sure.
Not too bad. And you're just never dead with this hand. That's the beauty, right? Just having the lovely 7 of diamonds. Yeah. You can never be dead.
Even in disastrous scenarios.
Yeah. Oh,
start firing now.
He's going to try and build a pot right away. Like, I really like this from Mirza too. Yeah. If you're Motter and you have anything that's reasonable to continue, you're just it's okay. Well, I don't think he has a flush. I don't think he'd be this aggressive with that sizing right away. Unfortunate for Mirza to not be up against anything.
Queens for Aztec. Queens and 8s and 6s, 3-pair. You get.
That's great, Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah, very funny.
Very good. That's why you're the play-by-play. Yes, thank you for calling that out. We all needed to know.
Matthew in the chat says Colts 10, Bills 7. Thank you for that. I think Brent's well aware of all score developments.
Can we ban Matthew? Can we get him out? I'm just kidding, Matthew. We're going to keep you there for now, pal. For now.
Ace-4 versus Ace-9, Cooper with a 3-bet. Nicholas just folds the Ace-9. How about that?
Wow. I mean, just doesn't think Cooper is 3-betting very wide. I mean, we've already seen it now with the Ace Dust. We saw it with 6-3 suited earlier. Yeah, I think Nicholas is probably going to have to adjust. You would imagine they have coverage on to sort of catch up. Obviously, we are on a delay. So maybe he's seeing this in real time and wondering, okay, all right, this guy's playing ball. That could adjust
he assumes going into this versus the $100 satellite winner, that guy's going to play tight. But Cooper's played. He's not scared. I think that's safe to say. Nicholas Azta has built a lead of about 125 to 75K. You see the clock in the top left corner. 12-minute levels.
They're going to get a lot of play. Classic coin flip here, and Aztet holds for now. Small pot. Oh,
Cooper spikes
it,
the
huh?
8-ball. Aztet does have the 6 of hearts, does have the straight draw, does have the flush draw.
You got to bet again if you're Cooper, man. You got a top pair, top kicker,
Yeah.
let's protect.
That's about 60%.
It is gross when you get raised in this spot.
Oh,
Oh, man. This is
ooh, just
lovely.
another 8. It's going to
Is
make it a
Aztet
little bit harder
really
for
gonna
Aztet
get
to
away?
get up. Yeah.
See, can he possibly get away here in this spot?
Bet is 7,250. Can lean a
So
900,
brutal, like-
find the fold.
You're wondering, what does this guy have? Like, what is he tripling with, right? He's going bet, bet, bet? Does he really have an 8 somehow? Did he just make a flush and he's value betting? Does he have an overpair? If he has an overpair, why wouldn't he check? This is a pretty bad street. I mean, obviously, I'd probably bet it too, but, you know, it's hard, right? Wow.
Nice
good
lay down.
fold. Good fold.
By one of the
Gives this
best to
guy a
ever do
lot
it
of
in Nicholas Aztet. 4 second-place finishes in the 10K Super Millions. 8 final tables. Got through Timothy Adams, Lucas Reeves, Gauman Nole, and Limitless to get here to the final 4.
Treacherous journey.
Queens for Mirza, but a flush for Ian Motter.
Mirza with a very delayed check. I mean, depending on the sizing, we're probably check folding here. Not a bad bluff catcher. Is Motter going to bet the 9 of diamonds? I think you do need to bet, right? Bet something small. If you get called, you get called, but there you go. And you're trying to get called by King X or Queen X. Chance we could be up against smaller diamonds as well. There you go.
Yeah,
Nice bet
get some
by Motter.
value.
Yeah.
Brent's
nice
pick.
stuff.
Ian Motter,
Nice stuff.
out of Canada, has a couple of 10K Super Millions cashes on his resume. A real satellite crusher into this event for $500. He had 9 cashes in the 2020 World Series of Poker Online on GG.
Well, I didn't see the flop action over here on table 1. Has this checked to every street on the river and then Lena just gives it up?
Sure. Not sure.
I think so. He was looking for maybe the ultra delayed C bet. If he had a chance to bet river with 9-3 off, he certainly was going to take it.
Blinds are 300, 600 now. Aces for both on table 2.
Yeah, Motter just going to go with the check call situation here. Hot size bet, just have to call. Show me a winner. Okay, chop it up.
8-ball on the turn. So Cooper has the straight. Nicholas has the open-ended straight draw and the pair of 8s.
Nicholas is just so good at figuring out, you know, where he's at in these hands. And hand right now, I think, is just too good to fold. Open-ended
5 of
with that
diamonds
pair.
on the river.
Yeah.
Could help Nicholas get away.
Hey, oh, for sure. Yeah. And
Oh,
wow,
instead of lead.
He's gonna bluff. So he's using this to bluff, obviously. And Cooper's thinking, well, I mean, okay, you got to flush. You got to flush, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna call.
A bit too good.
But that's a little. I love that quick bet by Nicholas. It shows you how good he is, turning this hand into a bluff, saying, well, I have all the straights. It's a one-liner. I'm gonna rep that, despite missing with 10-8. He knows the 8 isn't good, or at least that's what he believes. So he's trying to bluff, and this should not work. I would be shocked if Cooper folds a 6. You're just giving your opponent way too much credit for having some sort of flush.
Yeah, and he does make
There
the
it
call.
is.
It's a good call at that. To get back up to almost even.
And oh my,
Oh,
what a river for Mr. Motter over here. I believe we need to be coming in with a nice raise. I like the bet sizing by Mirza, believe it or not. I mean, just top pair, but it's very difficult to get bluffed when you're betting so big on these rivers. It's pretty polarizing. You know, anytime you're going to face a raise against this sort of opponent, you're probably just leaning strength all the time, and you know that you can easily fold your queen. You're trying to get called by a 10 or a 9 in this instance, and yeah, that's what happens. Nice quick fold, too, by Mirza. Says, nope, my guy just will not raise here light. No shot. He's got a bluff.
Meanwhile, Cooper Lee takes the lead against Nicholas Aztet. Nice little comeback early. Abby Ski, can someone explain how this is a World Series of Poker event on GG? Sure, this is the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series, hosted by GGPoker. Nice partnership between GG and the WSOP, which you saw during the summer for the 2020 World Series of Poker Online.
Nice pot there with 2 6s. He holds against that flush draw. Little overcard from Nicholas. Lena 900, ladies and gentlemen.
Cooper buries the straight on the turn.
So pretty slow and steady for both players. We haven't seen anything ridiculous yet.
Yeah.
No huge coolers, but it's going to happen. I mean, it almost
bluffs.
always does. Yeah, no huge bluffs. I'm actually, had I known, Jeff, and I'm not joking, all right? If I knew they were going to be 200 big steep to start, I thought it was 125. I really like your side with Aztet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Aztet, yes.
The deeper they are, he is going to be so hard to beat. And even for Mirza, I mean, if this guy's as good as advertised, and it sounds like he's really legit, Mater's going to have his hands full. This will be the toughest match that he's probably played. Or else Stanton Bills held them out. Yeah, that was sick, man.
Yeah, that was massive stop.
Huge stop. So now we just get the ball back.
That was a massive stop.
Kind of thought the Colts might take the points there and get 3, but
I kind of like going for it.
I do too. It's just Frank Reich is usually going to be conservative, but I think he just knows, man. You're up against Josh Allen, baby. These guys are going to score points eventually.
Yeah.
KC Chiefs fan, Bill suck, cha. Well, okay. Well, you're going to get the band hammer. Just kidding. I won't do it to you. I won't do it to you today. You're allowed to have your team. You're allowed to nadle the Mafia. No problem. Let's hope we get the last laugh, buddy.
Cooper just going off with the 5 high.
He really is.
I think it's not going to work here.
This is an ill-advised bluff. Hey, I mean, that's a pretty bad river for Aztet, but unfortunately with kings up, man, you are just never folding here in this spot. You are just calling, saying, okay, if you got it, buddy, show me a winner. Is he really going to pull the trigger with 5 high? He has to, right? He's got to bet something. I'd be shocked if he just shuts it down. Maybe he will. He does.
Shut it down.
Does. Just shows the no pair, no draw, and just shuts it down. I don't think it was going to work. So maybe a really good surrender there.
He picks up a good one here.
Yeah.
And again, Aztet just folds an ace on the button.
And just walks him, huh? Or was that a
well,
three
he
bet?
opened.
It had to be
he
a three
opened
bet.
and
Okay, God, yeah. I was like, wait, what? It is interesting. I was wondering if maybe Aztet would adjust and we'd see some limping. And I think as the stack's shallow, we could see an adjustment there with ace-x types of holdings and just allowing yourself to see a flop so you can exploit your opponent post-flop. And the deeper you are, you're probably going to be limping a lot less, if likely never. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as this thing progresses, but we'll see.
Lena 900 going to look for a little bit of value. Spiking the king on the river.
Dominic, how did you take the day off today? How did you not take the day off today and have Uncle Ron cover you? Hey, man, when you commit to a broadcast, when you commit to a series, you got to stick to your guns. I did mess with production last week when I saw they announced the game during the exact start time, I was like, guys, I'm sorry, I got to bail. I got to go. And us Americans, you know, the sarcasm probably wasn't picked up on.
It doesn't translate in Discord messages.
Like,
yeah.
We got to show. I was like, relax, just relax. Just messing with you. I'll be there. Got the game on. It's no big deal. No big deal.
Mirza overbetting the kings on the turn.
Yeah, I mean, look at the hand holding too, right? Like, this is going to likely get a fold from an open-ended straight draw. He knows that Mater is unlikely to have 2-pair in this spot. Just denies equity, trying to get called by 7x or 9x. Pretty unfortunate to not be up against the pair, and it just works out great because the straight draw can't come along. You protect your hand.
Ooh, kings for Mirza, aces for Ian. 2-pair for Nicholas Aztet on table 1.
Yeah.
Be sure to like this page. Be sure to subscribe to GGPoker.tv.
Oh, yeah, come on, man. Let's get those thumbs up on here.
Those thumbs up.
Come on, guys. I wonder if Cooper's a little shy now after showing down that bluff in that spot with 5 deuce. Might just stay in line. That could be a turning point for Lena to just really lean on Cooper going forward. I think probably just going to have his way with him. That's tough to overcome. When you show down that sort of bluff, it might rattle Cooper and prevent him from taking some, difficult lines and trying to bluff Lena. And you certainly know that Aztet is going to be bluffing Cooper Lee whenever, wherever he can.
Jack ball on the turn. The stone cold Nether butters for Mirza.
Yeah, that's dirty. Not a lot of money in the middle. Mm-hmm. But I just don't think that Mater's probably... I don't think he's going to fold this straight. I think we got a call.
No.
Giving it some thought too. I mean, he's thinking, no way, he's got queen 10, right? I got king queen in this holding. Maybe I just plan on calling twice.
Bad at this point.
Yeah. Such a good feeling when you're Mirza right now with the absolute stone cold nuts, and you know your opponent has connected. You know exactly if it is king X, the sizing's got to be pure. Oof. If it is ace X, you can really go for it. And king queen is the best king you can possibly have. This is a really difficult spot for Mater, especially when you're blocking the nuts, having a queen in your hand. 2 flush draws have missed. Yeah, 2 flush draws. This might get called. No, good fold
nice
for Mater.
Fold.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Way to lay it down.
Guy.
Yeah, never a doubt. Never a doubt.
My pick has river trips, went 6-6.
Oh, that is dirty. That is dirty.
Now getting some value.
Come on, man. That is dirty. And he's going to get called, right? I mean, if that'd be a great fold. But yeah, he's going to get called. That's dirty. Come on, Lena. You got to do him like that, man.
Yep. That's what Lena does.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus, for the kind words. What's up, Jeanette? Thank you. Michelle, I still see a Christmas tree. Yep, you and me both. He calls it a lucky spruce.
That's the lucky spruce, Michelle. Yep, not going anywhere. A lot of good things have been happening since that spruce went up. Not going to be going anywhere. It's here for the long haul. Of course, if the Bills lose today, I'm going to burn that tree in the backyard. It is going to be up in flames.
Another overbet from Mihovic with 10s and 5s. Line's going up to 400, 800.
Mater's frustrated. It has to be frustrated at this point. It's so brutal. That king-queen spot just eats away at you as well. It's hard to move on past from those moments. They stick in your head. They linger.
And we've seen that the overbets have been for value, but obviously there's no way Ian Mater can feel that way. All 4 of the overbets.
He's going to second-guess himself in spots. He's going to start to think, okay, well, this guy's probably abusing me in certain hands. I wonder if that was a bluff. Obviously, now he's caught up to the stream. If he has it on, he can see that he wasn't getting bluffed, and we have no idea where it stands in real time. But it is tough. It's so hard to remove yourself from those moments that you second guess and you knew it was close. It's very tough to do. Ooh, little action.
Ooh.
Pair for Cooper and the gut shot and flush draw for Estet. And he's going to bet right away. Oh!
Trips for the Hundo satellite winner.
Don't do it again, though, Lado. I mean,
Yeah,
don't.
he's
Are
gonna
you
get
really
there.
going to
He's
spike
just
the
gonna
river?
get there.
He knows his opponent has a lot of 5Xs.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
How
The
in
river
the world?
has been spiked. Yep.
I mean, this is just awful.
Oh,
He's
and the lead from Cooper.
Oh my God, this is awful. He knows his opponent has 5X with sizing. He's got all the 5s when he defends. If it's a bluff, it's a bluff. But you should size this up, and Lena is for sure going to raise. There it is. It's meaty. It's going to get called. This is it.
It's the 8 of spades on the river.
This is
It's
brutal.
not a diamond. It's not a heart. You have trips against one of the best to ever do it.
This is brutal. You hate it, but you have to call. You have
Yeah, you
trips.
gotta
I mean,
flick
don't
it in.
shove. Don't shove. Please don't. By the way, it would be sick though. It would be sick if he shoved. Lena has the nut straight, but it's like, oh God, is he full? Is he just full here? He'd probably call.
Wow.
Oh my!
Wow.
Oh my gosh! And he shows the
the
5.
5. Nicholas
Oh
Astet's got to be like,
my-
what in the world's going on here? All right.
Wow.
The satellite winner showing he can play this game. More from the David versus Goliath match and our Madar Muhovic match in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us. Check out this GG wildcard cam.
The GGPoker wildcard cam.
Welcome in once again to the GGPoker wildcard cam. Looking back at some classic hands on GG featuring some of the titans of the game. Brent, this time speaking of titans, we go to the World Series of Poker 25K heads up, and we're sweating this hand with Darren Elias against Scott Seaver, and we're defending here with the Queen 3.
Oh, baby. I mean, Scott Seaver. I have so much experience against Scott Seaver. I have no doubt that he has. Yeah, he's got ace-4 spades, Jeff. Mallet.
Yeah, I mean, you lost the one time you played heads up against Scott Seaver for a tournament title, so I'm certainly not going with the ace-4 spades. I'm kind of feeling the ace-10 after the check back, Brent.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a really good player, a really terrible player with check back the flop with ace-10 of clubs, Jeff. So this doesn't make any sense.
I think it makes all the sense in the world to check back with the gut shot, with the backdoor flush draw. Elias leading. Seaver makes the call. And in my opinion, Brent, he just rivered the stone cold Nutter Butters.
Absolutely wrong again, Jeff Platt. He's got ace-4 of spades, no doubt. Nothing but ace high. He's going to try and run some sort of bluff. I can feel it in my bones.
You have gotten this right 2 weeks in a row. Elias with the overbet lead there on the river. Raise it up, Scotty. Raise it up with the Nutter Butters.
Oh, boy. If he raises here, no. He's still going to be bluffing, Jeff. It's Scott Seaver. He's one of the best players. He's got to be bluffing.
Let's see what Seaver does here. Queen on the river. Elias leads. Seaver. He does raise. He does shove. This is definitely the ace-10 of clubs.
100% just ace high, ace-4 of spades. Lock it in. No doubt about it.
I was misreading the board. I was like, if that jack is a 10. Oh no.
Hot
I mean, it is a
bet.
cool move, but I don't see how Enrico is ever folding here, right? He just don't fold. If Enrico checks and Rune F sends it, I think he takes it down. This is a great board to bluff, Nanonoko. It is a great board to bluff.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. So Rune F should be he's thinking about
Full
how often.
set.
He doesn't need to bet that much if he's going to bluff. I feel like because
Come on.
it's hard for him to be bluffing. He's trying to figure out how many queens are in his opponent's range, and just think about it. Queen Jack offsuit. Wow.
Oh, what a bet that he gets it done. Oh my god, no. But you're going up against ace axes so much, or just like pure paint, that I think when you flop mid pair there and open ender, it feels like you've got it all. This could be a big one, by the way. Ace queen against sevens. I think we're done folding, and Ami Barrow is all in with his tournament live on the line. Can the sevens hold? So far they can. Ace queen against seven. There's the queen. And that means Ami Barrow needs one of the last 2 sevens or he will be bamboozled. And that's it. We're heads up now. Darren Elias with the double. Ami Barrow eliminated in 3rd place. New year.
Clean cut, right?
Yeah, I mean, Stapes can pull off the beard on ESPN. We saw him do that a couple years ago. Meanwhile, more than 33K in the middle on table 2.
Oh, I'm dialed in there, baby.
Action-packed start here. Hulk with 23K behind.
I am dialed in here. He's got we have a 1-liner to a straight, obviously.
Spades did not come in.
Holy hell. Here we go. This could be one of these 6 buy-ins for Daniel if he wins this spot.
Right here, right now. And he does effectively rip it. Hulk snap calls. Negreanu did have the 4-ball. And here we go. Daniel Negreanu wins about an 80K pot. This session has started off nicely for Kid Poker.
Bring on the voice of God.
Sounds good.
How about you stick around for this one, Jeff? Aces versus Kings.
Oh my! What holds?
One time, baby. There it is.
Aces will hold.
Wow.
For a $108,000 pot.
Whoa.
Oh, baby. All right, and with that, we welcome you back.
Oh. I did that hand,
baby.
man. That hand did it for me. That was a great Aces versus Kings. You were trying to leave the show.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It was just going to be for a quick break. It wasn't like leaving permanently. This is the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series on GG. Jeff Platt, Brent Hanks. The final 4, the semi-finals. All 4 guaranteed $99,500, $199K to second, more than $348K up top. So for that GG Poker wildcard cam, 1 entry per viewer. We want you to weigh in with not only your guess, but your GG nickname as well. 10 people will get $20 World Series of Poker Circuit satellite tickets. Will reveal the correct answer at the end of the show. And Mirza starting off hot with trips.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What are you doing? What are you doing with 7s? We know we're going to face a raise. Oh, gosh, this is brutal. This is so hard. I mean, he should have the 9s given the line that he's taking in this spot, but he also can show up with various bluffs. Mater, nice fold. Really nice fold. You're going to see, I believe, Lena find a quick fold there on table 1 as well. Yeah, there it is. And by the way, get him up, Jeff. Get him up. Yeah. Get him up, baby. Yeah. Get him up, baby. Let's go.
The Bills are in the end zone. The Bills have the lead. Wow, what a swing there. Getting the stop on the 4th and goal.
Think I was going crazy?
Before the end of half.
You think I was going crazy during break? You're right. I was. I was. I am getting so juiced up right now.
He is ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Ready to go. Trip 10s for Nicholas Aztet.
Speaking of ready to go, Cooper, don't pay him off here, man.
Pay him off.
Don't pay him off here. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know you're worried about getting bluffed. The cage has been rattled. You made a great fold before break with trips. I mean, that was tremendous. That was absolutely tremendous. No shot that I think he'd be folding.
Lays this one down.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Willing to make the big laydowns.
That was awesome.
Satellite winner into this one for $100. Won the Super Satellite, then played the 1K, won that one.
Yeah.
Just living the dream. And your guy, Ian Mater, is river the wheel.
A little banky. Yeah. And, you know, it's crazy. The King Jack is a bluff catcher, although you would think Mater has all the aces in this spot. Question is, why would he bet? I mean, maybe we'd value bet. If it's a good ace, maybe we could have a flush. King Jack is a decent bluff catcher, and you can see that Mirza is considering, like, oh, okay, well, wait a minute.
Good ball. Cooper getting a little bit of value at the 3s against Aztet's deuces. Starting stack for this match, 100,000. Blinds are at 400 to 800 for another couple minutes.
Yeah, this next level is it's going to move things along pretty good, I think. It's going to be hard for Cooper, and particularly Cooper, really, if he gets any shorter.
I mean, he would still have 75 bigs.
I know, man. But he's going to get picked apart. He's going to get
That's
picked
true.
apart. He's going to distribution has got to favor Cooper. There's no doubt.
Oh,
Cooper's gotta run hot.
right. Completely agree.
Cooper's got to run
That
hot
has to
against
happen.
Lena, or he can't win. He just can't. I mean, let's keep it real.
Ooh, queen ball for Mirza on the turn. Pot that has escalated. That was 3-bet pre.
Yeah, this
Great
is
card to
favoring Mirza, this texture, being the 3-better from the big blind. Huge range advantage here. I think Mater just needs to be folding a 6. There you go. Unfortunate turn card, correct laydown. Move on to the next hand. And this is a fun one on table one. Yeah,
On table one.
that's a fun one. If Cooper just goes ballistic, which he's not, 3/4 bet. What does Lena do? With the king of clubs, his coverage as well. Just check call. Just check
Blank
call
on
for
the
the times
river.
we're up against 9-10, if we're getting cooled off, but just check call. And we can decide what we want to do on the river with kings up, facing sizing. Probably just going to call again, I think. It certainly looks like Cooper has a very strong hand. But kings up is kings up. Maybe we have room to raise, and if we raise here and then we get shoved down, we could consider folding. There it is.
And there is that raise.
Yeah, and if we got shoved down in this spot, then I think we probably just have to fold kings and sevens. As crazy as it sounds.
Hear the call and they'll chop it up. Queens for Mirza against the flush draw for Ian Mater. The Canadian who's also in this one on a satellite.
Yeah.
And this Satty for $500 to get in. The overbet lead on the turn.
We haven't seen any emojis or anything coming up from
Yeah,
these players.
come on,
Isn't that
fellas.
usually a thing? Isn't that a thing where
Come
they
on.
they do the Negreanu does the middle finger and all this?
Yep.
How do you? Are we going to see that from these players? Let's get a
Saw
little
Mirza
emotion.
type in good luck at the beginning, but that is all that I've seen.
That's it.
And now Ian hits a jack.
Yeah, that's a dirty river.
Yeah.
Probably enough to get paid off. Mirza's for sure going to bet as played with Queen X in this spot. And Mater, again, Mater has really been up against it. He has
That's
not
true.
had easy decisions. He's had some tough spots with second best.
You find a fold here.
Yeah.
He does.
Really good fold,
Nice
man.
fold.
His discipline has been really remarkable.
That's true.
Not fun, not a good spot again. Nick Bermuma, Brent is such a professional, wouldn't even know his team is playing a huge game. We demand a raise and a promotion. Hey, man, I'm a team player.
I
I'm a team
agree
player.
with that. Normally, a sentence that starts with Brent is such a professional, I would not agree with, but I agree with that one.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. You make a commitment,
Yep,
and that's just
that's
what
true.
it's all about in
That's the
life.
business. Yep.
In life, yeah.
Life.
And if you don't think I'm enjoying myself this morning over here in Las Vegas as I watch my beloved Buffalo Bills, you'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. Once in a while, you got to have a cold one. We're going to have a few of these today.
What flavor? What exact cold one?
This is just a mango cart, a little wheat ale, coffee and Bailey's this morning, and then I'm going to be moving on. I'm not sure what I'm going to go with. I got ribs I'm going to be smoking all day long. I'm going to have those ready for this evening. Get the smoker fired up, and yeah, we're hoping to
Butcher's-
celebrate.
Hoping to, yes. A couple good hands on table one,
I see this.
including the best
I
of
see
all.
this, yeah.
Oh,
Brutal
man,
for Cooper, man. Brutal for Cooper. Thank goodness he didn't connect. If he connected there, it was
becomes
over.
Jack 8-5 or something instead of
It was
Queen 8-5.
over, or King 8-5, or Jack 8-5. I mean, that was a. Lane is still probably going to size it up and hopes that we can continue in this hand.
Right.
If you're up against
the
Queen X,
Queen Jacks of the world.
It's going in. Yeah.
The Butcher says, very bizarre. I feel like I've entered a clean-cut parallel universe. It's like I'm used to the two guys, oddly similar to those I see, but something's just not right about it. Yep. It's just us from High Stakes Feud. We just dress up a little bit and maybe we talk a little bit more poker and maybe we drink a little bit less. High Stakes Feud returns on Monday. Daniel Negreanu versus Doug Polk.
A different show. You know, the Daniel, Doug, you don't see whole cards. It's back and forth. It's all about entertainment. It's all about, you know, obviously we're always going to be talking with Chad. It's just a different show. Here, this is prestigious. We're in a 10K championship, playing for the hardware, playing for a pile of money in one of the most iconic events. And it's different, man. This has a different feel to it. You know, this is special.
Next week, we'll be playing for all the money. Next week, the final table of the WSOP Winter Online Circuit Series main event, a $1,700 buy-in, $10 million guaranteed in the prize pool. One more time, $10 million guaranteed in that prize pool.
As Elke would say, so sick. So sick, man. Yeah, and what awesome event. It's been running. I didn't realize it's been running every day. Simon, our producer, said, oh, yeah, they've been running flights every day. I think you could still play a flight today, another flight tomorrow, and then final table coverage, again, as Jeff pointed out, will be next Saturday. We are going to crown a champion in the main event, and it should be a huge payout for first place. So I'm excited to see who's going to make a run at that one.
Keith asks, how many players are left in this event? 4. The 4 that you see on screen. We're in the semifinals. We've made it. If you guys haven't checked out GG, maybe want to get into the mix for that main event, you can choose your deposit bonus, either $100 in free tournament tickets or a 100% match up to $600. We have the GG Care 30K free roll daily. You suffer a bad beat, don't worry about it. You're automatically registered into the next day's $30,000 free roll. The more bad beats you take, the more chips you get in that very free roll. And that free roll, it's just all in every hand. You need to be logged in to play it.
Yeah, that's right. Good question from George. Says, isn't Lena from Sweden? From Sweden? Yeah, he is. But I think there's a tax thing there. I think he had to relocate due to taxes. So he's playing out of Canada. Probably resides there now. And there you have it. A lot of players do that. A lot of the German players, the phenoms, they've relocated to Austria. I know that's where Fedor, who we saw his video coming in, that's where he's at. It's all about taxes. Frickin' taxes. They're always after your bottom line, man. The government. You know, stay out of our hair, Jeff.
Fedor fired 2K on both Ian Mater and Mirza Muhovic, so he'll have a sweat in the finals in the championship match.
Yeah. I am hearing music.
Yeah.
Who is that? You got tunes pumping?
Well, it's not me like from my place, but I think there's some light music going on in the background, which we are able to hear every once in a while. Yeah, for some reason we don't hear it 100% of the time, but the people watching do. I don't know. Modern technology. Brent and I are just never going to understand it.
Yeah, I'm hearing tunes. Someone's playing tunes. Now I don't hear it anymore. But I am seeing another tough spot.
Yeah, can he find another fold?
For Mater again. What a great value bet. 6s for Mirza. And this is, this has been the story of this match.
That's
really.
Call
and he's
here.
Yeah.
And again,
really
because he hasn't seen the whole cards, or he might be catching up with it, he probably just, I think, Brent, you naturally think that, I may be over-folding. After folding time and time and time again. Heads up.
Yeah.
But Mirza has had it, and the folds have been fantastic. How about Cooper?
Oh, my God.
With 6s, clicking back. Nicholas had check raised with the flush draw.
He is very much just clicking.
And then just spikes the 6 on the turn.
Holy cow. Cooper's thinking, okay, that's a dream card. I'm getting it in right now. Yeah, he's feeling really good. By the way, 4-liner to a royal over on that board. So this is fun. This is exciting.
Oh, and the spade hits
my
on the river.
God. Why would he check back a 6?
Oh, no.
What? Cooper, bro, even if you're up against the king, you need to bet there. You need to protect your hand for the times you're up against a flush draw. Deny
and
equity.
Nicholas checks.
Oh.
How much will Cooper look for here? Which will be chips that will be lit on fire when they enter the pot.
Oh my gosh, Nicholas is
About
probably
17,000.
confused. Like, what is he taking this
going
line
on
with?
there? Yeah.
He might just have to call with a 10 high flush. I mean, there's not a ton of room to raise and fold, but maybe we just raise and oh
just
my
is
God.
gonna rip it.
Oh
Could this
my
be the
God.
end for Cooper Lee, our satellite winner?
Oh, Cooper, man.
Treacherous spot.
Oh, is this it? This is how it's going to end? The hand should have been over. He could have bet 6s on the turn, shut it down. Is he going to find another ridiculously sick fold? I mean, this would be crazy.
900?
This would be crazy.
In the tank.
Dude, he's going to fold. No way. Does he really just give him credit for having a flush here? If you're going to fold, then you at least have to stand up and maybe just punch yourself in the stomach for checking back on the turn. Oh, there it is.
There's the emoji.
He punched himself in the head. He needed to. He knows it now. He's like, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? Wow. He's taking this long. He doesn't want to go out like this.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to go out like this.
So up about 40
This
bigs.
is crazy. I mean,
Lay
yeah,
this
Nicholas
down.
doesn't have many. Like, what bluffs does he have here, right?
Right.
It's always a flush, isn't it? Wow.
Right, like would he do this with pocket 3s? We just check call?
No,
River?
probably not. I mean, probably not. I think the
Yeah.
money would have gone in.
Right, so it's like it's easier for us to say, of course, because we can see the cards.
Yeah. And by the way, in chat, Ura Jabber, I do think he would have folded turn if Cooper would have bet, 3/4 pot. What a fold!
Wow, he does
There
find
it
the
is.
fold, does lay it down to stay
Wow.
alive.
Wow. I mean, he's still has life. That was a crazy, crazy hand.
Aztec with about a 4-1 chip lead. Mirza Mihovic with about a 3-1 chip lead over Ian Motter.
Come on, man. Come on, Motter. Let's get it together. He has been up against it all.
Oh,
Again,
man, he's
here.
going to be
Like,
up against
how
it
does
here.
How does this river card even peel off? What's going on here? What's going on? This is all. It
Was
feels
just
rigged.
done with it, and then spikes an 8 on the river, which
It's
is
just
not
second best
want to
all
see.
day. So hard to do, and this sizing is so brutal.
Yeah, so you can never fold this, right?
Go in the tank though a little bit here, right? Like, would he ever call? Yeah, he's gonna call.
Just such a
He's
small.
gonna call. Have to do it because he's probably doing that with his bluffs as well. Although there's not too many on the Jack 10 River 8 texture. Yeah, I don't know.
Aztec and Muhovic starting to pull away, but structure set up well enough. Perhaps still plenty of time for Cooper Lee, for Ian Motter, our satellite winners, to fight back. Quite the field in this
even
one.
now, even now, you get 2 9s, and that's the board. So brutal. And a 7 too. So now Mirza's got all the 7s. You could have a Queen X 10. I mean, we're going to get the showdown here, I believe. But either way, it's like this is the kind of day that it's been for Ian Motter. Nothing has been easy.
Cooper perhaps
Constant
starting
adversity,
to mix in some limps on the button. Aztec pounces. Cooper called with the 9-6 off and folded on the Queen 8-4.
Yeah, Cooper's, we got 30 bigs. It is everything's changing right now for Cooper, but ideally he just needs to hang around. And oh my,
About 2x pot, little less.
oh my, what a bet!
Put those 9s in just a horrendous spot.
Really are, man. And he thinks he's bluffing that portion of his range, right? It's going to be 8s, it's going to be 9s, it's
Yeah.
going to be various ace highs trying to get to showdown. Again, this is what Motter has been up against thus far in this match. Nothing has come easy. Nothing. Just trying to get the showdown with 2 nines, man. Just trying to win a small pot. And Mirza not letting him off the hook.
Perhaps a call could change the momentum of this match, but this is one tough call to make.
It's so hard to make in this moment. And if he is resetting, he's, you know, you block the 8-9 straights from being there. So you have to think that through. You have to wonder, would he ever check a 7 trips after it went check on the flop as the opener on that kind of texture? Unlikely. I mean, it is Mirza, so who knows? He's so good. You know, I think we could have probably found a call there with the 9s, but again, you know, you sort of tell yourself that you'll wait for the next one because it's been this hard thus far. There's going to be an easier spot and an easier way to get back into this thing, and the reality is poker just isn't fair, and there might not be an easier spot.
Perhaps a spot for Cooper Lee to turn things around. That turn is going to make things a little more complicated, perhaps less than the value that he could get in this spot.
Yeah, Cooper. Oh, he's just going to be happy to check back and win this pot. And I think we could have eked out a little value. Tough to do.
And then trips for Mirza against the ace high for Ian.
I mean, Ian's
going to watch this back and be thrilled with the way he played overall.
Yeah.
It just keeps running into it. Not that it's over by any means. It's just been a pretty brutal first
and
hour
this
or
is
so.
probably going to go check here on the turn, and then Mater's going to face another.
And the ace on the river.
I mean,
and Mirza checks.
Of course he does. Of course, and now Mater just thinks it's a layup bet, and he's gonna see a huge check raise, and he's gonna get throw up in his mouth. I mean, this is
be put into another tough spot.
This is so brutal for Mater. I mean, so brutal. Ian Mater cannot catch a break here in this match. It is just non-stop.
What kind of sizing will we see here?
So sick, right? It's a 9 or nothing. It's so sick.
300.
Mater just spiked his mouse off his wall. He just threw it off the wall and shattered it.
Yeah, this has to be so frustrating.
It's the only reason he folded is because
mouse didn't work?
Yeah, he broke his mouse off the wall. Man, that's tough. Hey, here we go.
Thinking, finally, I did it.
We got
here
trips
comes
now.
hard heart, or like king 10 or something.
Yeah, tough spot here, by the way, for Estet. I think we just call queen 8, no problem. Yeah.
Oh boy, Brent, 10 of hearts on the turn. No way, right?
Oh, I mean, of course it's happening. You know, we've seen it all day. This is. There we go.
Oh boy.
Well, okay, whatever. Just call.
Boy.
Call. You know, this is like you're just angry. You know, it's the CSF moment, as Danny Negreanu will put it, and you just call. Like, trips. No point in raising here.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I think Mirza's too good. He just checks back.
Yeah,
snap check back. Yeah.
Ian's like, fine, whatever. At least I get a decent sized pot.
Yeah. That's a big pot. You know, you're feeling all right now. You regroup, you bring it in, you got 44 bigs, you're feeling all right, a little bit better. Yeah. And then your opponent just flops 6 straight. Yeah, no problem. No problem. When you've got the queen 7, you got 2 overs, you got the gutter. And I think he's probably checking here. He should. I mean, certainly we have a 7 in our hand, which is a very big card.
Let's go check.
Yeah, well, might see the river depending on sizing. That's nice sizing to want to see the river to try and get there with queen 7. This is a really tough day for Ian Mater. Nice fold, man. Just give it up. Just throws it in the muck. Yeah.
EctoFX, Jeff Sharply Shaven must have been a good Tinder extravaganza the other night. We missed you at the DNext comms. I was there yesterday with Brent. Darius, Jeff, nice suit, prepared for a Tinder date. No, I'm just dressing up for you guys, for Brent Hanks, for GG, for the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series, for the Buffalo Bills.
Did you ever
ready
hear
for all
back
of it.
from your Tinder date the other night,
I did.
Jeff?
Yep.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
You guys going for round number 2 tonight, or?
No, I'm tonight. I'm locked down.
Lockdown. Oh, okay, it's strong.
Well, there's so much action on Brent. NFL playoffs, the NBA,
Yeah,
the Mavs play
sure.
tonight.
All right, so that's it. One and done, huh?
I didn't say that,
Hey, look at this little action
Ooh.
ticket.
Ooh.
Modern, nice hand, and great sizing. Just got the king of hearts. What a layup of a bet. We can just go so aggro here. Bet, apply so much pressure to everything and anything under the sun. I think Modern probably. Oh my God!
My God!
Oh
A
my
royal
God.
flush for Mirza Muhovic. One more time. A royal flush for Mirza Muhovic. And of course, Ian Mater as a king. Oh my God.
I'm frozen.
I'm stunned.
We're seeing a royal flush right now in a heads-up match. This is great, and he might actually get called. Now you're dying to get called, right?
Right.
Like what hearts? Okay, well, if we're up against a 9 of hearts somehow. Then he just
And he
goes
went
for
for
it.
all of it.
Might let him off the hook.
Yeah. Could that be the way that Ian gets away?
What a sick spot. What a hand, the royal flush from Mirza, and his nice quick fold,
nice
too.
fold, yeah.
Wow. Gross. But that kind of day for you, Mater. But that kind of day. At least every decision in those critical spots, he's been right. He's still here with us and playing.
That's true. Perhaps he survived the onslaught
That was
that
sick.
culminated in a royal flush. Cooper starting to claw his way back as well.
Well, Cooper, speaking of folds, I mean, that one before break, if you're just tuning in, made a heroic folded, one of the most ridiculous hands I've seen. And then, I don't know what he was doing with sixes moments later after we returned from break, and he still found a tremendous river fold again to Lena 900. Still with us. These guys are battling Cooper, Mater. See if either one of them can get back into this matchup. Two heavy favorites, man. I mean, they are just crushing, aren't they?
This much is certainly true, both with about 4-1 chip leads, a little greater. Queens for Mater.
He's going for it. 6 deuce, no pair, no draw. Trying to apply pressure to a queen or an 8. You can get a lot of folds. I mean, do we ever size up a bet here, or do we just give up? These are the streets I'm always curious about.
Yeah.
And then we just go check. We're happy that we have a pair in this instance. We can still beat a hand like Jack 9, Jack 10, King 10, King Jack.
Just check.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, aces for Nicholas Avstedt, the gut shot for Cooper.
Oh.
And spikes it on the turn.
That's a disastrous card for Lena.
Oh.
We might see a full double up here for Cooper if he bets. If Avstedt bets here, we could see a double
Which he
up.
does.
Oh, Cooper, what would I do against Lena if I'm in your spot? Man, I might just click back.
Does for all of it.
There it
Avstedt
is.
does make the quick call, and it's just looking for a queen to chop. Can he squeeze paint for the chop sweat? He will
Wow.
not. And Cooper Lee is right back in this thing with about
Huge.
75K in chips.
Wow.
It's
What
got
a
to feel good for the satellite winner.
Yeah, I know you just, nice shove, what a spot. And then Lena sees the absolute worst hand you can be up against. When you have ace jack and your opponent has queen jack there, you're thinking, okay, well, maybe he's got me beat. I could counterfeit him. I'm open-ended. Who knows? Call. Oh, God, I'm up against that? And right back in business. And yeah, there we go.
River in the flush.
Yeah, let's go nut flush, huh? Let's go nut flush. Overbet. I don't think this is going to get called. I don't think. Yeah,
snap fold from Nicholas. So, Brent, your pick now is the shortest stack of the final four, just FYI.
Yeah, yeah. I was hoping you weren't going to point that one out, Jeff. But yeah, it is. Yeah, I've got Ian Motter. Not looking so great. But the Cinderella story of Cooper playing, as you put it, Jeff, the David versus Goliath matchup over here on table one. Nicholas Astet versus Cooper Lee. This story for Cooper Lee is remarkable. He's in this tournament for $100. He's turned $100 into a guaranteed payday at a minimum of $99,500.
It's absolutely absurd. Password for the free roll, guys, is high stakes. Password for the free roll is high stakes, all one word. Couple hands developing. Nicholas with the check raise, that wins on table one. Motter at the king high flush draw against eights.
I just play for all of it here. Short enough. Do we just get it in with a king high flush draw? Do we check raise and then call it off? Or do we check peel?
Check calls.
Yeah, he's just going to check call, take the equity to the dome. Nice turn card for Mirza. Yeah, he sort of just knows he's unlikely up against the queen. When you have two eights, you're fairly confident you're not up against a straight on the turn. Good hand to have. He's just going to try and deny equity. He's going to a perfect size.
10 ball on the river for Motter.
Hello, Motter.
Here comes Ian Motter.
Could it be changing and turning? Here's a quick check back, sees the bad news, and here comes Motter.
The lead now about 3-1 for Mirza.
Just like
Our guy
that,
Carlin says, enter the free roll. Enter the free roll, folks. Password high stakes. Win one of those World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series satellite tickets. Ace Queen suited up against Ace 9 suited. Motter about 40 bigs to start the hand.
What a value bet.
How about that from Cooper?
Looks him up. Yeah, with two deuces. Says, okay, this doesn't make too much sense. I have a pair. I don't think you do. I'm going to call, and I'm going to win. Oh, crap. I lose.
And then 3 bets with the Ace 8 suited. Meanwhile, queens and eights from Mihovic.
Nice check back. Easy. If you're up against 8x, you're toast. No point in betting. He's pretty under-repped. We could still, we could pick off a lot of bluffs now if we've opened up the door for Motter to turn Ace 9 into a bluff. I would imagine Motter would consider check calling, but if you do check, you risk facing an overbet, and you're guessing with just ace high because ace queen knows it's the nuts. And this is tough now for Mirza. Depending on sizing, if he can see through it as a blocker bet, he may try and eke out a little bit of value. If he suspects his opponent has trips and would size it up, then this bet doesn't make sense, right? An 8 would not bet so small. They'd probably size it up. And I think he's running through that sort of thought process in his head. It's raise here or call here, and he's going to elect to just call, just in case.
Up to about 160K. Aztec coming after it with the Jack Deuce of clubs. Brent, is that 7-8 of clubs or 7-6 of clubs? Sorry, for Cooper.
I believe that is 7-8 of clubs. My screen has been fuzzy as well. Okay. I believe it's 7-8 of clubs. He'd be open-ended, or excuse me, he would have a pair. Yeah, it is an 8. So he's just going to see the bad news. He's going to win. Cooper, nice little pot. Nice little pot. And Cooper, man, back in this thing. Chip leader. What a swing.
About that.
Thought it was all over for Cooper.
Yeah, when a guy like Lena 900 builds such a chip lead, you're thinking, okay, good night. On to the finals.
Thought it was all over. I really did. Really did. Thought it was toast.
Brent, we're not worried about it. The Nicholas Amstead fan community, led by me, is president.
Well, you got to feel pretty good about your spot. Yeah.
Can Cooper find the call here?
Yeah, this is pretty sick. Is he going to pick him off here? Really nice bluff attempt with the 7-5. 5 being a very important card in his hand. Obviously, we're repping the flush that gets there. We could certainly somehow have a house or trips. And he's targeting exactly that. 4x, maybe ace high. Gets it through. Skill set on full display for Lena 900, Nicholas Aztec. Did I say it right, Jeff?
Yeah, you've nailed it for the first time.
Yeah.
As Nick in the chat says, Cooper is alligator blood. It certainly seems that way. Stacked field for this 10K heads up. Anton Morgenstern, Lucas Greenwood, Ludovic Geilich. Ludo, yes. Felipe Ramos, Kaki T is in the mix. Easter Dams, David Peters, Alexandra O'Brien, the winner of the Dan Bilzerian birthday free roll. She fired. Nick Petrangelo, Sam Greenwood, Isaac Caxton, Artur Martirosyan, Dan Shack, Stephen Chidwick. Limitless.
So many bad beats. So many bad beats.
All right,
unbelievable.
Dan. All right.
Unbelievable.
Well, Dan, did you know if you suffer a bad beat, you get entered in the 30K GGPoker free roll the next day?
Yeah, I took a bad beat there too, Jeff. It was awful.
Oh, you did?
Awful.
The all-in free roll?
Yes.
That's pretty sick.
I played it.
You run pretty bad. Mater just limps in with the 4s. Could it be a limp shove off 30 bigs?
I wouldn't be surprised. The hand doesn't play that great post. What are you going to set mine? Not a ton of chips right now. You're in position. It's probably better off, man, just stuffing here. You should have these sorts of hands in your arsenal to do it. This could work. Oh, wow. Okay. Snap fold by Mirza, too, with ace-8 suited. I guess it's just not quite good enough to call a 30 blind shove. Maybe if we have ace-10 or better, we're looking to get it in.
4s versus 6s as the blinds have gone up.
This might change things a little bit, but 6s are very vulnerable, too. I mean, you might want to just stuff it here. Could see a flop. I could go either way.
Stuff it for 25 bigs.
That's frustrating. 2 hands you want to see a flop with ace-8 suited and then pocket 4s, and you can't because your opponent just grips and rips. And I'm confused there, Fear Saw WMD. Everybody write your GG Nick for nothing. What is that? What do you mean for nothing? There's a giveaway, bro.
Yeah.
A giveaway. What are you talking about? Password's high stakes as well for the free roll.
For the free roll. Get after it.
And Estet's got himself a weird spot over here. He's got himself a weird spot, yeah.
Flop the flush draw. Immediately checks it back and turns a pair of 4s.
Oh, man. I think you just...
yeah.
Bro. Cooper. Oh, just hit it anyway. No problem.
Just river the flush. It's
just hit it anyway.
Not a big deal.
I think Nicholas hoping to just quickly get the showdown with 2 9s, and now he's going to see a pretty big bet and probably have to fold. Thinking, what the heck just happened? On a one-liner where a deuce makes a straight, did this guy really play a flush draw like this, or am I winning? Am I picking off King Jack, Jack 10 suited? What in the world is he playing like
this? Look at these 2 hands on table 2 with Mater starting the hand with about 25 bigs with ace-king against the ace-10 of hearts. Oh, Mirza just calls pre.
Wow.
It clearly doesn't like to get too many chips in pre. He's very confident in his post-flop game.
It just feels like he must be have that much of an edge as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought those chips were getting in there, Brent. How about this?
I did too. Ace-10 suited, I thought for sure was going in. Yeah, fun card. Look at this.
Aces and deuces versus the flush draw and the gut shot.
Raise, Cooper. Now you raise.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. The 3 of hearts on the river with 30K in the pot.
Is it really going to happen again? Is he really? I mean, you got to call, right?
Yeah, just snap calls.
That's frustrating.
Down to 60K.
That's frustrating. I'm not saying that Lena was going anywhere if Cooper would have raised that turn. Maybe he just goes broke. Maybe that was the only way he didn't go broke was simply by just calling there and then calling again on the river.
Milan says, gents, hope you are well. Thank you, Milan. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's go, Bills, smiley face.
Let's go,
Bills are
Milan.
fighting the good
Let's
fight.
go.
They are in a battle.
And it looks like, the Colts
And Brent
are
said it. It
driving the
wasn't going to
ball.
be easy.
Nope. It's not going to be easy. Or should be in for a tough game. It is a tough game. Straight flush draw. Mirza.
Love the split screen coverage of the semifinals.
How about that instant check back with a jack high flush draw on that sort of texture
Interesting.
against Cooper. Now elects to pounce. And what a great card to now be able to bluff. There's a straight on board. You have a jack in your hand. Do you give your opponent many tens? This is tough.
Oh,
He's
straight
just gonna-
flush!
Oh, my God.
A straight flush, and what a disastrous river card for Ian Motter,
Oh
who does
my
river
God.
a straight. Mirza has had the royal flush and the straight flush all in one semifinals match.
But this is ridiculous, and I think his hand is just too good to fold.
Yeah.
When you have 8-6, he's hit the gut shot. Holy cow, what a day for Mirza. A royal and now a straight flush in a critical pot in a critical moment. Oh my goodness, and he's in a tank about what to do. He's probably laughing. He's calling his buddies, saying, "You won't believe what just happened." He did this in cash games. He'd have hit 2 jackpots by now.
It's 13K.
And Cooper drags a nice pot over there on table 1.
Action ramping up.
Oh, is Mata really going to find a fold
good
here?
luck.
No way. No way, right? I think you just have to pay him the money. It's so brutal. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
boy.
And it's good game, Ian Motter, who just went for it there on the river.
Wow.
It runs right into the straight flush. And Mirza Muhovic has moved on to the finals of the 10K heads up.
That kind of day, man. That kind of day for Ian Motter. And I don't blame him, Jeff. I mean, you hit the gut shot. He's playing for max value there to double up and get back in this thing. He's targeting what he hopes is trips in that spot. And that's brutal. That is brutal.
Ian Motter out in the semifinals for $99,500. Still a decent return on that $500 satellite investment, I would say.
Yeah. Great run.
One
there
match
goes my
left
pick.
in the semifinals.
You're just free rolling me, Jeff. You're just free rolling me.
You've really been on a roll. Maybe you're saving your winning selection for the main event.
I am. I certainly am. I'll take it in this football game, though. I'll tell you that right now.
Right. You don't mind using all your run good there.
Nope. Let's see if the Cinderella story, Cinderella Cooper, can get back into this thing in this tournament for $100, folks. $100 in a dream. Won a satellite. Then he won a mega satellite. Actually, it was a super satellite into a mega satellite, which he has then parlayed into a Final Four, now top 3 finish. JC in the chat says, poor Motter was doomed from the moment Hanks picked him. Yeah, black clouded him. Definitely black clouded him there.
3s against 9s here.
What a day for Mirza.
7-5-5, which isn't going to look terrible if you're Cooper.
No, yeah, and this is tough, man. This is tough. It's one of those classic, and I don't know. We don't know how good Cooper is skill set wise. Oh God, it gets even worse. Picks up a gutter. But it's like, oh, I put my opponent on 2 big cards. And all of a sudden you think you're good with 3s. You pick up a little gutter
and
here.
it's all of it.
Oh boy, is he really going to call it off with 2 3s? Tough spot. Tough spot. The flush draw hits the turn. You're thinking, oh man, this guy, Nicholas Asted, he's probably just turned a flush draw. He's trying to push me around. I'm going to make a stand. Let's see if he can make another correct.
And he
fold. There it
does
is.
make the call. Cooper Lee on the ropes, looking for a 6 or a 3 on the river to stay alive.
Squeeze it, baby.
It's a 9. It's 9's full for Nicholas Aztet. An incredible run for our satellite winner, Cooper Lee. Brent, he turned $100 into $99,500.
Certainly did. I mean, that's the parlay. That's the poker dream that we all sort of want to go through. And for what he did today, amazing accomplishment. He made some heroic folds. He couldn't come up with one more in that last moment against Lena 900. And Jeff, I am excited for this heads-up match against these two phenoms. Here we go.
Same here. And Mirza, I would recommend not sitting out for this finals matchup.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't do it like
Somebody
this.
call Mirza.
Oh, sit out, Nicholas. Are you going to sit out?
Yeah, okay,
He's gonna
Nicholas
sit
is
out.
sitting out. Nicholas is a class act, says, you know
Good
what?
dude. Oh, wait a minute. Now
we're
Mirza's
not going to do it
back.
that way.
Now Mirza's back.
Okay.
He's going to take one. Okay,
Let's get back to... Okay, we're good? We're good. We're ready to go.
Ball game. Ball game. Here we go.
Yep.
This is great.
Thank you,
This
Nicholas.
is great. Class act, man. Nicholas, he could have got him for a few blinds there.
Coulda got, it's within the rules and regulations, but Nicholas Aztet doesn't want to win that way. And instead, here we are. Nicholas Aztet versus Mirza Muhovic for the title, for the ring, for $348,250. Pretty good hand, heads up right off the bat. Both miss. Absolute respect, says M. Green, indeed.
Now, we had David versus Goliath in the last matchup with Cooper versus Nicholas Aztet. This is really just Titan on Titan.
Right.
Nicholas Aztet versus the high-stakes regular Mirza Muhovic. Fedor Holtz has money.
Fedor's pick, yeah.
Yeah. Get a lot of money on him. Put $2,000 on it.
Mirza closed at plus 220. Aztet, the favorite, at plus 180 going into the final four. This is Muhovic's first tournament cash on GG, but as Brent said, plays plenty of high-stakes cash. And hey, probably likes tournaments. I mean, after having a royal flush and a straight flush with 4 players left in a 10K, I think I'd play more tournaments. We reset the blinds to 250, 500. Nicholas Aztet has 4 second-place finishes in the 10K Super Millions.
Oh my.
Looking for that premier GG title. Brent said it earlier. He's got more than $6 million in tournament earnings on GG. Flops a flush draw here. 10's full now for Mirza.
And a cheeky little check back there from Mirza. I think that Nicholas suspects that that's exactly what he would do. And he's going to just go ahead and check back the house. Say, okay, I'll take this little pot. There's no point in betting. What am I getting called by? Nothing, nothing. Anything that calls me here is likely going to have me beat.
About a $149,000 difference between second and first, and aces for both.
We're going to see a totally different sort of match as far as how these guys want to try and beat one another. Dan Underground yesterday in the interview at the end of our high stakes feud mentioned that in certain spots he likes to roll, meaning that depending on the sizing or how frequently he's going to be 3-betting, how frequently he's going to be raising, he basically rolls some sort of number to determine that, right? I think that's similar to what you'll see from these two guys.
Yeah.
Not exactly the opponent that they just had in the previous rounds. That's no shots at Cooper or Ian Motter. You're just talking about two different types of animals now, right? You're talking about elite versus elite, and it's very hard to exploit an opponent that is this good, right? Aztet is not going to exploit Mirza. Mirza's not going to exploit Nicholas. So the only way you can beat that, well, that's why these players are doing this thing called rolling. I'm not talking about drugs either, Jeff, okay? I saw your eyebrows raised thinking, oh.
I don't. No, don't roll. I mean, I don't roll in poker either. Oh, well, man.
Creep can roll, dude.
There's Mirza saying thanks for sitting out, by the way. Just recognizing the respect that Aztet has. in that spot. We saw that pop up a couple times in the 10K heads up over the summer for the bracelet event. Some players also chose to sit out, some did not.
Who did Seidel just bury
Yes,
a guy?
Seidel apologized on Twitter after not
doing it to somebody?
sitting out. Yeah.
Yeah, I just buried someone, right?
Set of threes here. Aztec has the 10 of hearts. And you see Aztec say, no problem.
And Mark Maker, yes, that is the I see you, man. RNG, the random number generator. Well, just call it rolling, baby.
H sign. He thanked him for sitting out because Mirza clearly thought that there was a break before the finals, so he was sitting out. So anytime Nicholas made a move, Mirza would snap fold. Nicholas saw that and started to sit out himself. So both players would be sitting out, so the blinds would just go back and forth. Top pair for Aztec, the gut shot for Mirza.
Yeah, and Aztec has a hand. I think he's probably going to want to bet twice to deny equity from similar straight draws that Mirza has here. Some of the time as well, if Mirza had a spade in his hand, a jack or a 7, he may have elected to check raise that a percentage of the time rather than check call, especially at these depths. The deeper you are, the more flexible you can play in those particular situations.
And they are very deep, starting stack of 200 bigs. Jeanette, who do you both want to win? Well, I do want my pick, Nicholas Aztec. You know, I know you guys already regard me as very sharp, as does Brent.
Yeah.
But I would just like to, again, provide further proof to that point. And Brent would definitely want Mirza, so he can avoid paying me.
I'm on the Mirza train right now. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And by the way, you can follow us on social media. You can follow myself on Instagram and on Twitter, both at Buffalo Hanks. My good friend over here, Jeff Platt, is at Jeff Platt on Twitter, but he's at Jeff Platt 1 on Instagram. Hit us up, man. We love follows. Please.
Aces for Mirza. And follow our friends at GG, at GGPoker on Twitter, at GGPoker Official on Instagram. GGPoker giving away $7 million in the month of January. Just giving it away.
Amazing, man.
40K a day to the Russian Cash Daily Leaderboard, 20K a day, the Spinning Gold Daily Leaderboard, Hold'em Daily Leaderboard, Omaha Daily Leaderboard, $2 million in our fold prizes. We mentioned the GG Care free roll. It's amazing.
Hey, get those thumbs up, guys. Get those thumbs up in the chat. We love it, man. We got 115. We can do better than that. Let's take it up to 200.
I haven't clicked thumbs up yet. I'm going to click it.
Let's do it, man. I'm already in there.
Okay.
Get those thumbs up going. Make sure you guys subscribe as well.
Just deuces are good. That looked like a bad one, Brent, for...
No, I think he's down,
Moss.
Jeff. I think he's down.
Yeah, that looked like a bad one.
Is he down, Jeff?
Oh, I just meant
Moss
injury-wise.
hurt. Oh,
Yeah.
boy. Well, this is not a good injury for us. Oh.
Yeah, that looked really bad. Okay, they turned him around, though. He's moving around, so that's good.
And his elbow's down, balls... I think his knee was down.
I think he is down.
His knee's down. Anyway, back to the action. We got triples for Nicholas Aztec as a man. My beloved rookie running back, Zach Moss, is on the ground. This is the brutal part about football. Get paid millions of dollars, but you're going to get injured.
So tough for running backs, too, with such a limited career to begin with.
Yeah. Who is Lena 900 from Clement? Well, that would be the one and only Nicholas Aztec up there with 3 queens in his hand as we speak, value betting this river. Could ace high. Look him up. Could. Yeah, he will.
Does.
He will.
Right away. Lena 900, one of the best players in the history of the game. $6 million in tournament earnings just on GG.
Yeah. By the way, you know, it's opponent, a difference in opponents there, right? If Mirza was up against Mater, I don't think he calls him with ace high there. He probably folds. But because Lena can have a bluff in that particular situation, you look him up, the value of ace high.
Yeah, great point.
And you have the ace of diamonds, you can rule out your opponent does not have the nut flush for sure. Well, that's a fun one. He goes check twice here. Now we're going to value bet jacks and 4s. We're going to see some really fun lines. Very creative play.
Got a break coming up in about a minute. When we come back from break, we asked Mirza some questions. He got back to us on just his overall thoughts on the tournament, on his overall career. We'll share that with you again after the break, which will come up after this hand. Mirza will fire. Mirza will win. All right, we are on break. Brent and I will step out for a couple minutes as well. Stay with us. You're watching the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series 10K Heads Up. Be back in a couple minutes.
The GGPoker Wildcard Cam.
Welcome in once again to the GGPoker Wildcard Cam. Looking back at some classic hands on GG featuring some of the titans of the game. Brent, this time speaking of titans, we go to the World Series of Poker 25K Heads Up, and we're sweating this hand with Darren Elias against Scott Seaver, and we're defending here with the Queen 3.
Oh, baby. I mean, Scott Seaver. I have so much experience against Scott Seaver. I have no doubt that he has. Yeah, he's got ace-4 spades, Jeff. Malady.
Yeah, I mean, you lost the one time you played heads up against Scott Seaver for a tournament title, so I'm certainly not going with the ace-4 spades. I'm kind of feeling the ace-10 after the check back, Brent.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a really good player, a really terrible player with check back the flop with ace-10 of clubs, Jeff. So this doesn't make any sense.
I think it makes all the sense in the world to check back with the gut shot, with the backdoor flush draw. Elias leading. Seaver makes the call. And in my opinion, Brent, he just rivered the stone cold Nutter Butters.
Absolutely wrong again, Jeff Platt. He's got ace-4 of spades, no doubt. Nothing but ace high. He's going to try and run some sort of bluff. I can feel it in my bones.
You have gotten this right 2 weeks in a row. Elias with the overbet lead there on the river. Raise it up, Scotty. Raise it up with the Nutter Butters.
Oh, boy. If he raises here, no. He's still going to be bluffing, Jeff. It's Scott Seaver. He's one of the best players. He's got to be bluffing.
Let's see what Seaver does here. Queen on the river. Elias leads. Seaver. He does raise. He does shove. This is definitely the ace-10 of clubs.
100% just ace high, ace-4 of spades. Lock it in. No doubt about it.
I was misreading the board. I was like, if that jack is a 10. Oh no. I mean, it is a cool move. But I don't see how Enrico is ever folding here, right? He just don't fold. If Enrico checks and Rune F sends it, I think he takes it down. This is a great board to bluff, Nanonoko. It is a great board to bluff.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. So Rune F should be he's thinking about
Full
how
set.
often. He doesn't need to send. He doesn't need to bet that much if he's going to bluff. I feel like because it's hard for him to be bluffing. He's trying to figure out how many queens are in his opponent's range. And let's think about it. Queen Jack offsuit.
Oh, what a bet that he gets it done. Oh my god. No. But you're going up against ace axes so much, or just like pure paint, that I think when you flop mid pair there and open ender, it feels like you've got it all. This could be a big one, by the way. Ace queen against sevens. I think we're done folding, and Ami Barrow is all in with his tournament live on the line. Can the sevens hold? So far they can. Ace queen against 7. There's the queen, and that means Ami Barrow needs one of the last 2 sevens, or he will be bamboozled. And that's it. We're heads up, Nano. Darren Elias with the double. Ami Barrow eliminated in 3rd place. New year.
Clean cut, right?
Yeah, I mean, Stapes can pull off the beard on ESPN. We saw him do that a couple years ago. Meanwhile, more than 33K in the middle on table 2.
Oh, I'm dialed in there,
Action
baby.
pack start here. Hulk with 23K behind.
I am dialed in here. He's got we have a 1-liner to a straight, obviously.
Spades did not come in.
Holy hell. Here we go. This could be one of these 6 buy-ins for Daniel if he wins this pot.
Right here, right now. And he does effectively rip it. Polk snap calls. Negreanu did have the 4 ball. And here we go. Daniel Negreanu wins about an 80K pot.
Oh,
this session
God.
has started off nicely for Kid Poker.
Oh, bring on the voice of God.
Sounds
Carly.
good.
How about you stick around for this one, Jeff? Aces versus Kings.
Oh
all
my!
in.
What holds?
One time, baby. There it is.
Aces will
Hey-o.
hold
Wow.
for a $108,000 pot.
Whoa.
Oh, baby. All right, welcome back to the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series, the $10,000 heads up. We are down to our final match. Nicholas Aztet against Mirza Muhovic, Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks. Brent, here we go. 348K up top in the 3-bet for Mirza.
Yes, sir.
And your Buffalo Bills have extended their lead.
Oh, man, 2-touchdown lead. Fourth quarter just started, though, Jeff. I've seen this way too many times.
Okay.
You know, way too many times, man. When you're in Buffalo, you're never out of the woods. You're never safe. We just got to bury them.
Sixes.
Oh, nervous.
Nicholas Aztet.
I'm nervous. Not as nervous as these two players are. Although, you know what? That's not true. These guys are calm, collected professionals. They've been here before. They're basically dead inside because of how much poker they've played, the swings, the ups and downs. They have no idea.
We sent Mirza some questions prior to the start of the semifinals. He was nice enough to write us back some answers. We'll incorporate those into the mix. We'll see what happens here first. Mirza does call with the ace-high.
Yeah, looks him up again with ace-high. That's the second time on a four-liner, too. Great value bet by Aztet. Again, guys, these guys are so deep right now, so you're just going to see these really fun hands play out. I'm hoping we see some elaborate bluffs as well.
I'm sure we will. We asked Mirza what it would mean to him to win the 10K heads up. He said it would bring me a lot of pride as it is one of the most prestigious events, most serious hold. And Brent, that's what we've been saying all along. The 10K heads up during the summer as a bracelet event and then in the winter as a WSOPC event. It's one of the premier events in the game.
Yeah, this would be a big one, man. And you saw his resume, too. He's got a number of wins, but this one would really stand out. GGPoker, Nicholas Aztet already having more than $6 million in earnings. Just remarkable. Kid is so good at poker.
When asked who he would like to play heads up in the final, Mirza said, I was hoping to play against Limitless, against Victor Malinowski, as he's one of the best players in the world. It would have been a fun challenge. You still got your work cut out for you here with one of the best players in the world and a fun challenge, I'm sure.
Isn't it interesting, too, you know, depending on the type of player that you are, that competitive drive, what you're looking for. You know, Jeff, you ask someone like me or you, who do you want to play? I want to play like, you know, Uncle Ron. I want to play, you know, Grandma Phyllis, you know, someone that can barely read or see the board. And these guys, these animals, Mirza wants to play one of the best heads-up cash game specialists on the planet in Limitless because of that drive on the inside. It really is special, and we are so lucky to have Nicholas Aztet versus Mirza right now in this battle. This is, guys, you're not going to see this every day of the week. This is really special stuff.
So the strangest answer to me, Brent, in this interview is we asked Mirza I'm sorry, let me get that question. Out of the players in the tournament, who would be the best and the worst person to see in the final? And Mirza says, I can't comment on that because I don't know any of my fellow semifinalists.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
maybe he doesn't recognize Nicholas Aztet is Lena 900. I mean, we mentioned before, Mirza doesn't play GG tournaments that often, if at all. Really.
Right, yeah.
So maybe he just didn't associate the name.
No, I mean, I don't know. I think that might be how Mirza is. He's more of a high-stakes cash game reg.
But he would still
play
know
a ton
Lena
of tournaments.
900.
But at this, well, maybe. I mean, you would think so, but maybe. There is a difference between both worlds, between the cash game world and the MTT world. You know, it really is. It is unique that certainly you'd have someone like Nicholas Aztet and your opponent has no idea who you are, you know, especially when he's a sort of an online legend himself and Mirza. Mirza, by the way, doesn't have a single cash to his resume as far as tournaments are concerned on GG. Not one.
Right.
So that tells you, like, he doesn't play tournaments. He rarely does. And if he does, he's going to just take shots in some of the bigger things and for fun, probably. He just plays so much cash. There we go. A little just one time. Just one time, yeah.
It's not going to be this time, most likely.
There's someone in the chat. I'm going to scroll back up and read this.
Yeah.
Bear with me here. I don't know where it went. Wow, bear with me. Oh, here we are. I'm sorry. It was Aloha Jabber said that Mirza called Kaki with just queen high in their heads-up match and was right.
Wow.
So I'm guessing that was a rather significant pot.
Mirza did say his easiest match was against Kaki T because he flopped trips in a 3-bet pot, and Kaki barreled off an overpair for his entire stack. His best opponent was the one he faced in the round of 8. That would be Juan Pardo Dominguez.
Yeah.
Nicholas Aztet.
Oh, go ahead.
No, Nicholas Aztet went through a murderer's row of sorts. But you go. No, you go. He beat Timothy Adams, Lucas Reeves, Guillaume Nollet, and then Limitless.
Are you done yet?
Yes. Can you please go?
Yeah. No, I was just going to read the chat. Mick Partridge Boy says, "Hi, Jeff. Looking sharp, sir." Hi, Brent. Also looking sharp. And, you know, you'll lose your hair if you always wear a cap. I didn't know that. If you wear a hat, you're going to lose your hair.
With your hair.
I don't really wear a hat too often. I really don't. But I've got a full head of hair. You know, I got a couple grays coming in here and there as I am moving on up in age. But so far, so good. Yeah.
Very old. Extremely old. Other than that, you look great.
Well, I appreciate it. Sidnat Kochar. Hi, Brent. Hilarious person. One. Love India. You and Jeff.
Nice.
Hey, man. Shout out. Love you guys in the chat. The chat really makes the show. We appreciate you guys so much. What did I miss something in the game here, Jeff? Did we just get a big stop?
I mean, you stopped him on the extra point.
Oh.
I mean, they went. I'm sorry, not the extra point, on the conversion.
They went for 2. We stopped them. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. And a little.
That's that like new age analytics, right? When you.
Well, because you're trying to win. You're trying to win. You're not trying to play for a time. Yeah. Nice little pressure a moment ago. The double barrel from Aztet with just a queen high flush draw got it done. Excuse me, I think it was 10 high, whatever.
Now has the 10 high flush draw on the pair of tens.
Sushi Cat says, "You're welcome, buddy." I don't know what you're talking about, Sushi Cat. What did you say?
Overbet here at the 6 high.
My goodness, putting this hand.
Intriguing.
What do you do now? What do you do now with just 6 high?
Triple barrel with the 6-4 offsuit.
Have to. Maybe you set up the overbet with like what looks like a disguised value bet on the river, coming with like a third of the pot.
And it gives up.
Shuts it down. Huh.
Now says, come on.
Oh, yeah. He wanted it, huh? He wanted it. Wow. Well, we are in for a battle. This is going to be a treat.
I think so too. Cards up coverage of this heads up final.
Yeah, Matthew Zaleski. This is winner take all, man. Not best of 3. Whoever wins this match, they are the champion. Take home all that sweet cash and the ring, and of course the pride, the title of winning the 10K Heads Up Championship event.
Two fun ones. Heads up. 10-8 suited. King Queen. Top pair for Mirza. Backdoor straight flush draw for Nicholas. You missed it earlier. Mirza had a royal flush and also had a straight flush in his semifinal match against Ian Motter.
He won his match. He won his match with a straight flush. I mean, it's as sweet as it gets. Oh, Sushi Cat. Yeah, I said the chat makes the show, and you said you're welcome. Now I'm following you, man. Now I got you. I got you, Sushi Cat.
Thomas says, still curious what that yellow can Brent is drinking.
Oh, this is here. No free ads, of course, but that is Golden Road Mango Cart. That's a mango wheat beer. It's very good. It's very good. You know, my beloved Buffalo Bills are on. No big deal. Just the fourth quarter of a freaking playoff game. No big deal.
What a pro. Just the most diehard of Bills fans joining us for our World Series of Poker.
You can't tell him a
Circuit.
fan, can you? Can you tell him a fan? Probably
The
not.
Mafia flag.
Yeah.
Bills blankets.
If they go to the Super Bowl in Tampa, I will be there, by the way. I don't know if
You
I'll
will.
make it inside the game. The tickets
Okay.
are a little out of my range, unless Gigi wants to send me in.
And
But
why
I'm
would
going. I'll
Gigi
be
want
in
to
the
send you to the
Well, I
Super
don't know.
Bowl?
Maybe we'll make some contents. You know, we can
Oh.
figure it out. We'll talk. We'll talk.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it seems like it'd be pretty on brand.
7s and 5s for
Yeah.
Aztec.
Hanks, what number hand did you guess for GG wildcard cam again? Oh, are you going to fade me, Kitty? You going to fade me? I'm not going to tell you.
Brent's gotten 2 in a row.
I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, you might want to follow my lead because I have been hot lately. I can't pick a winner in any of these in any of these matchups though. My pick, Ian Mulder, he's already out.
To get here, Mirza beat Anton Morgenstern in round 1, Kakiti in round 2, Fanny Aj in round 3, Juan Carlos Ficino Duenas in round 4, Juan Pardo Dominguez in the round of 8, Ian Motter in the round of 4. Our shortest match of the entire tournament came in round 2 with the aforementioned Fanny Aj against Romain Jean-Joseph Dowers. That lasted 4 hands, took 3 minutes. Our longest match, Oliver Weiss versus Vyacheslav Boldigan in round 2. That took more than 2 hours to complete.
Fun card here, by the way, on the turn in position. Queen 8 just going to lead there, double gutted. 6 or a 10 would make a straight. And maybe a little collision.
Not just the ace of hearts, but the ace of clubs as well for Nicholas Aztet against the ace deuce of spades.
Yeah,
which is a fun one.
Mirza's not folding. I mean, for sure going to peel with the suited ace.
Oh,
boy.
wow.
Oh, boy.
Does flop the ace-high flush draw. Aztet with the aces.
And this is great texture when you have 2 aces. I know it's a bit of a down bet, but you are thrilled to see any sort of resistance whenever you make this bet. You can size up turn cards. If you're up against a queen, you're getting called. If you're up against a 9, you're getting called. If you're up against a very strong draw, you're getting called. Tough spot now for Mirza, right? Do we just jam home with equity, or do we take it to the dome, or do we fold? Oh, my God.
Or do you call and river the Stone Cold Nutter Butters?
Wow. Wow. And you hate this if you're asked that, but you just have to jam for value.
And it's all of it. It's the snap call.
Wow.
And there's the double up for Mirza Muhovic to take more than a 3-1 chip lead.
That was disgusting. I mean, that was disgusting. What a hand for Mirza. Brutal spot for Aztet. What do you do, man? That's poker, baby. What can you do? Wow.
That is absolutely brutal. Here's another flush.
Yeah, what a cheeky little check too. He tries to get him to bet a little money there. Just keeps on making flushes. Mirza is running so hot, man. Yeah. Mirza, if you missed it, if you just tuned in, he had a royal flush in the semifinals, and then he won his match with a straight flush with Jack 8 of diamonds against his opponent in the last round.
When
and here we are.
The river made his opponent straight instead of getting the chips in.
Amazing. And now here he cracks aces with ace deuce suited and has a better than 3-1 chip lead for the title. And why not? Just pile 2 pair on top, fade the nut flush. And did he just... What just happened? Did Aztet just fold? It just folded. Did you see that?
He just had ace high.
Well, was there a bet on the river? I think he just folded. I didn't see a bet.
No. Mirza bet like 3,500-ish.
Oh, I didn't even see it. I don't know why. It wasn't there. It wasn't on my screen. It just looked like he folded. Just threw it in the muck.
Blinds up to 400, 800. So Aztet still with 50 bigs. Still plenty of play. But man, what a hit that was.
Yeah.
Only way that would have been more dramatic is if, like you said, was a possibility, Mirza ripping on the turn, Aztec calling there, and then we would have seen the spade.
It would have been so weird to just jam on a turn. It just felt like you're getting called a lot, considering the sizing.
And that turn card.
Yeah, it just, I don't think he could ever really rip it in there. I wouldn't have been surprised if he folded, believe it or not. I mean, you're not getting a great price, but as deep as they are, I think that's what allowed him to make the call. Even if he whiffed, whatever, you missed your draw, you're still going to be 40 bigs deep and you move on. It's a fun one here. I don't think ace-9 is folding. Yeah, I think we just have to continue. Nice double barrel opportunity now for Estet.
Little equity there with the 4-ball on the turn.
Really hard to call twice with ace-9. Now, I suspect it's going to happen. I think you're going to try and force your opponent to show up with trips. You know he's never value betting a deuce or a 4. So he's really just repping, you know, some sort of king in this spot. This is a tough run out to try and get 3 streets through. And he's going to go for it, man.
Going to try.
Wow.
Can Mirza find the call with the ace high?
Wow.
No. Nicholas Aztet, that's why he's one of the best.
Wow. That was special. That was really well done by Nicholas Aztet there.
And Brent, what a massive, massive field goal that was. For
the
your
Bills
Buffalo
game.
Bills.
Yeah, that was huge.
54-yarder, just absolutely buried it.
Never a doubt. Never a doubt. Tyler Bass, baby.
He's hit at clubs for Mirza here. 12-minute levels for this 10K heads up. Remember, next week,
spot.
We'll cover the final table of the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series main event.
Another fun spot here, and you can see this is going to be another 2-barrel opportunity for Aztet, and he takes it. Doors open, hammers it through. All of a sudden, we are back to 50K in our stack. 3-1 chip lead for Mirza. Now, I'm curious. If Mirza does bet, is this the sort of hand that Nicholas decides to check raise? Just a gutter with the 7 of diamonds in your hand?
Yes, the answer is yes.
I love this. You apply a ton of pressure to just air balls. You put, obviously, a hand like 3s in jail. Very difficult to continue. What are you doing on pretty much every turn card? How about this turn card? Or what about a 3 of clubs, Jeff?
How about a set of 3s on the turn? To make your life a little bit easier. The run hot continues for Mirza. Nicholas slows down.
And that's interesting because Aztet shuts it down rather than continuing with a bluff. He just was going to wave the white flag unless he hit it. Maybe a diamond we would have continued. Yeah, that was that's why you call with 3s. So you know your opponent. He probably didn't even need to spike a 3. Just needed to fade some sort of diamond, faded some sort of equity card.
Top pair for both here. Second pair now. Aztet's hand is best.
Yeah, this is
more value.
I think we're going to get value. I mean, we should be trying to get value here.
Yep.
Nice size, too. He just knows it's good. If Mirza can find a fold here, it's pretty heroic. So difficult to do. He has a 9 in his hand as well. That's hard. You know, your opponent doesn't have many queen 9s or 7 9s. Don't think he should show up with that regardless as played. But this is tough. You are straight up bluff catching here, man, with just a 10. Really tough spot. Yeah.
Does end up making the call. Yeah, to your point.
All game.
A little too tough.
Back in business now. Nicholas Aztet. That's a huge spot. Great value. With just
65K. About 80 bigs. 400, 800 for the next 6.5 minutes or so.
You don't see a lot of folds heads up. You know, a lot of people would think, oh, Jack 6, crappy hand. Well, in heads up situations, you're going to take flops, especially when you're this deep. You are the chip leader. You're going to take flops. You can see Estet here just trying to get the showdown. I think Mirza's going to find a little value with a jack. How about an overbet?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I would like to see, and that's why I like that this event was on the schedule, I would like to see more 10K heads-up tournaments. Because we get the one at the series in the summer, and other than what we've been fortunate enough to see on GG, that's been pretty much it. Oh, wow. Trip 4s versus Jackson 4s. Mirza checks back, but the pot will escalate here.
Just a great check back there by Mirza, and he's going to... Estet's going to go for another check. This is really sick and twisted. Here it comes, guys. Ready for it? Incoming. Here comes a huge raise. Huge raise. And this is going to be very hard for Mirza to get away from just Queen Jack. A raise here from Estet is repping a 4 and only a 4. That is it. That is the only thing he can possibly have. So hard. What?
The absolute snap fold.
He knew. He knew. Wow. Just not even a thought, folks. Just Mirza instantly throws it into the muck. You want top shelf poker? Well, you got it.
Yeah, you're seeing it right now. Two sickos just going to war. Wow. It's pretty strong.
I mean, really remarkable. For Mirza, this guy is fun to watch.
Yeah. I just at the 3-bet with the 6-3 of hearts. Gets it through.
Yeah.
Damn, that's just top level poker. Hello, Trips. The check from Aztet on the river. And a snap fold from Mirza to the check raise.
Tom High says that's a disrespectful snap fold. I mean, honestly, it felt that way, didn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Like, okay, buddy, I just know what you're doing with a 4 here. You're going to try and check it twice. You're getting cute. You're going to decide never paying you up in the muck, you know, no problem. Meanwhile, in this football game, Jeff, can we just get a stop, or is this what this is? See, this is what it's like being a Buffalo fan. It's just never over.
Yep. I was just waiting for that reaction.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, like, a meltdown defensively on that
What
play.
was that?
What was that? Every better with the Bills minus, 6.5, 7. It's like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. 10s for Mirza. Comes a pretty important 2-point conversion, I would say.
Yeah, they have to go for 2. I am sick to my stomach right now.
Hmm. 5s and 4s for Lena. What a sweat. What
Never easy.
A sweat.
Never easy.
A little more than 2 minutes left in this level.
I mean, this heads up match is sort of like this football game.
Yeah.
Back and forth. You think it's over. It's not. That's how it goes.
Mirza folds the 10-8 to the 3-bet. 8s versus 9-8. King Jack 3 rainbow. They're playing for about 150K. Both players guaranteed $199,000.
This match sort of feels like you just know the inevitable ridiculous coolers coming, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a heads up onslaught.
or the huge hand versus the sick bluff. The collision is coming.
We've seen a couple pretty filthy bluffs.
Yeah,
which we expected.
Right. Aces for Mirza, jacks. I'm sorry, fives for Nicholas. About a 125 to 75 lead. Line's going up in 40 seconds.
This could get ugly. Oh, well, it's spicy anyway. Pair open-ender.
Sixes in the open-ender.
Matthew Rock, I see you, man. Nice Saturday of football, poker, go Bills, PS Hanks, take the damn tree down. Hey, man.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you.
That is lucky spruce, okay? That is lucky spruce. And I'm going to need all the spruce I can get for the end of this game.
There's a snap folds. The sixes. Well played, Nicholas Aztet.
Really was, right? What a clinic.
Get back up to about 82,000 blinds, going up 501K.
Yeah.
80 blinds for Nicholas, who has tens. Mirza has nines in the flush draw. Not going anywhere.
Straight draw for both. This is
hot size
really brutal spot. Really, oh man, a really tough river now too for Mirza.
Nicholas just going to check back.
Yeah, happy to drag a pot, considering getting called on that turn. Like, okay, well, if I bet, I'm not getting called by a worse 10, that's for sure. Pretty scary board. And we're back in business for Nicholas Aztet. We get aces cracked by ace-2 suited, no problem, and we are right back in business.
Effectively even at this point. And taking down another pot here. Back to square one.
Yeah, we're even, dead even. Both players about 100 blinds deep. This is awesome.
Two of the best. Going at it with 348K in a World Series of Poker circuit ring up top. That's the flush draw. Two gutter.
On a paired board, too, I don't love it. Maybe raise better than anything. There it is.
Yeah, there is that raise to 9150.
Wow. Gross. He's so good. So good. Ricardo, are you Poker Stars? No, that was my full tilt name. P. Hanks 11. Star's name was, it looked European. It was U Source K.
It was what?
Letter U, word source, letter K, U Source K.
Why?
Well, that's what I was a big reader of the Source magazine, and I loved music. My favorite band being Radiohead. It just seemed right, Jeff. Okay, I was creative. It was also my AOL Instant Messenger name.
Okay, yeah.
So that takes it way back, but yeah.
Radiohead, Creep, right?
Yes, very well. Nice, Jeff.
Music. Come on.
Nice, Jeff.
Come on.
Wow.
Make sure to like and to subscribe if you enjoy what you're checking out here on GGPoker.tv.
Yeah, smash it, man. Let's get this thing up. Let's at least get to 200. We're at 148 now.
For sure,
get us to 200, then get us to 300. Take it all the way to the moon.
Flush draw for Mirza. Sevens for Nicholas. Flush comes in. Nicholas just folds.
Just about lost my mind a moment ago in this game.
Yep.
Did it.
That was a pretty crazy play, heart pounding to say the least. I can't imagine what you're going through. I mean, now I'm even nervous, guilt by association with you being such a diehard fan. Sorry, even Buddy's nervous. You hear Buddy in the background.
Buddy can't take it. Yeah. Yeah, Sushi Cat, how to disappear completely. Yeah, of course. Very good. And just like that, reclaims the chip lead. Nicholas
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, really is.
Strong comeback so far.
And you're just, I mean, a delayed C-bet probably if he gets checked to on the river for Estet. And if Mirza suspects that, he's probably just going to check call. No, you're just going to get to showdown just 9 high. Nothing. Right. Okay. It doesn't waste any chips. Just doesn't burn any money. Pretty interesting.
Queens for Aztec. All right, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
Say hi to the people.
Hi, pal.
Buddy will not be around. The dog sitter has been booked for next weekend. Brent.
Uh-oh.
Just for the main event.
So what? You know. You're just getting rid of the dog next weekend?
I'm not. I mean, yeah. You know, he likes the dog sitter. She likes him.
Yeah.
Everything works.
Do you like your dog sitter?
She's very nice.
Oh. Oh.
Just with a lengthy final table, perhaps.
There's a little tasty one here. Flush draw, 5s, 2 pair. Probably not giving it up, man. Probably just have to call, especially with a heart. Oh, my gosh.
Quad Mirza. 9s for Mirza. So he's had a royal flush, he's had a straight flush, and he has had quads, and he checks. And Aztet checks back. Did not fall for the trap.
Yeah. Pretty dirty stuff.
That was a sick one. 10s and the queen 4 of hearts. 4s for Mirza.
Even this can get a little bit interesting. I mean, maybe this is the kind of card that Estet. Now, he is going to barrel. Okay. He knows he has all the aces in his range, so it would make sense to bet twice. We also protect our hand when we do have 2 10s and we get called by a 4 or an 8. This is a perfect run out to get value for 2 10s against a 4 or an 8. And I think Estet's going to realize that because he knows this is a pure value bet with 2 10s. Wow, nice fold by Mirza. These guys play such high-level poker so quickly. It's tremendous.
Yeah, as the King of Bakersfield says in the chat, above the rim poker. That's a good way to phrase it.
It really is, King of Bakersfield. I mean, it's nuts. They're so stinking good at this game.
5s for both.
And fast. Like, just lightning
fast.
They
are fast.
Yeah.
Even with complex decisions, tricky spots, they're still very fast. Chop this one up. All right, Brent, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck at the end of this Bills-Colts game.
I'm just not, you know, I'm very nervous right now. I'm very nervous.
I bet. Open ender for Mirza. About 4 minutes left in this blind level.
I'm shaking. You notice the pants on? Those are the exact pants that I'm wearing.
Yeah, the Bills pants.
Mm-hmm.
Aces for Mirza, gut shot for Nicholas. Sizes up a bit.
And he's going to just give it up. Took his equity. Oh, we might see 2 streets, but he knows Mirza's never folding an 8 or a 6 regardless. Interesting. Are we opening the door? It's a rep an 8. No, thought about it. Let's it go. Yeah.
Both about 100 big blinds deep. Nicholas jumped out to the early lead. Mirza found a double. The ace-high flush against aces.
Did he? Cracking aces with ace deuce suited for all of it.
Pretty good one, I would say.
Hypnotic says they're playing fast because they are playing high stakes poker for 12 years every freaking day. That's a great point.
Well said. This is just another day, really.
Yeah.
Very well said. Nicholas Aztet with 4 second-place finishes in the Super Millions. He's final table that event 8 times.
Jesus.
Absurd.
Easily the most difficult 10K online field week in and week out, and he's just crushing that tournament every single weekend. That's amazing.
Lost heads up to Darren Elias this last week. James says, Jeff, are these guys heads up masters or just amazing all-around players? I would say both.
Yeah.
They don't just play heads up, yeah.
I mean, Nicholas Aztet is one of, if not the all-time winningest online MTT player, right?
Has already more than $6 million in GG earnings.
Yeah.
He's going for it here. Does he get looked up? He does not. Gets one through.
God. Oh my! I thought for sure we were going to get called there. Holy cow!
Gets one through.
Holy cow! So thin.
Just about even.
King Carl, read my last message, please. Hank, my 10K bet is about to come in. I told you last night bet on Bills. Okay, well, you never sent us that
just
picture.
Bills money line? Yeah, you never proved it.
You never proved your 10K bet?
Never proved it.
And is it money line or did you bet the spread? Was it money line?
Guess it's money line if he says it's about to come in.
Yeah.
Pretty important last 2 minutes, Brent, coming up in that football game, I would say.
What game is that?
That would be Bills Colts.
Okay. No, not really a football guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
No. Yeah, it's not. I'm trembling. I'm sure no one realizes that. You can't tell what I'm absolutely trembling over here. What's happening on my neck of the woods? Oh dear.
The longest commercial break ever, too. I'm really going to make you sweat it out.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. I'm enjoying watching this awesome heads-up match, at least.
Queens for Nicholas. Blinds go up in 25 seconds. Ace-4 of hearts. For Aztet does flop a wheel draw.
Back and forth we go. We might be here a while, considering how deep these guys are and how
really deep
they play.
Structure's good. Mirza will check back. To try something here on the river. The answer is yes.
I don't know if this works. He took a really fun line to get here.
Yeah.
Oh, it does
Aztet
work.
lays it down.
It does work.
That bluff gets through. Blinds are going up 600, 1200. Chris says Hanks wishes he has 4 glasses in on his Makers and Ginger.
Oh man, you're not kidding,
Probably
Chris.
so.
Yeah, this place
probably needs
big.
a cocktail. Kings for Aztet. Takes it down.
What is that? Mirza's getting slapped around. Bills lose. Mirza, I don't know what you're saying. XL Productions? I don't know.
Damon asks Mormon.
Oh, yeah.
Mormon or Aztet as the online MTT GOAT?
Great question. I mean,
pretty close. I wouldn't know. I'm sure they're neck and neck as far as results are concerned.
There's certainly two that would be there. I think, was it Pro Beers is also way up there
Yeah.
as far as earnings.
Josh Nemeth.
Andrash Nemeth. Yeah, those are your top three.
Trips for Aztec. Jesus,
Now
check call. Mirza does turn a gutter.
Stone dead, though.
Right.
Can't make
That's
a six.
when he does not want to see that 6.
Yeah.
As nice as it might seem.
Stone dead, and he's gonna let him bet it. Nice check here. Says, okay,
Yeah.
here you go. And snap.
And bet he does.
Or do we raise? No, we just call, don't we? He still
Does raise.
Sick.
Aces for both here. Uh-oh.
I'm seeing a circle
Yeah,
of death on my
we don't
screen.
like that.
Yeah.
We don't like that.
We are frozen.
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
We're
here
back.
we go. Back
Oh,
on the turn.
Nicholas had flopped a straight flush draw. Mirrors had flopped 4s. About 10K in the pot. Almost a pot size bet. About 80% from Nicholas. It's called. 4s and 3s for Mirza.
Is ace high good enough to just get the showdown? Are we beating 5-6 somehow?
Yeah, it does check it
yeah,
back.
he thinks it's good enough, or that, or he just doesn't think he's getting a fold. I think a 4 was the one hand we could target, but just doesn't really know that. Man, how about a stop right now for my bills one time, please? And no, of course not. Yeah. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Ball game.
wait. I mean,
Guy was clearly down, wasn't he?
he caught it. He went down. While he was starting to get back up, I do believe he did get touched. Yeah, and Bill's called timeout.
Oh, that's a fumble.
It was?
Mm-hmm. As we watch a bluff catcher for 4-6, is he going to pick it off? Aces up for Estet. All right. So for you non-Americans, there is a very big spot right now in this huge American football game.
Okay, catches it down. Touch.
Quite certain
but it gets
it's a
up.
fumble. Yeah, his knee's off the ground when he gets
Yeah,
touched, and then
so
the ball
too.
gets
I
ripped
think
out. I think
that's
it's a
it.
fumble, and I think it's game over.
And it's a very clear recovery.
Yeah, that should be game
Or
over.
they ruled it fumble on the field, yeah? No, what they rule on the field?
They ruled it a catch in that he was
Catch
down, but
and
he
down.
wasn't down because he's right there. He's up. Ball's ripped out before he's down.
Ball gets ripped out right into a Bills player's hands, too, pretty much. So,
Yeah.
very conclusive.
In the chat, see, everyone in the chat's watching. They all know. They all know. Okay. This is a fumble all day long, and we all know it. We all see it. However, remember, we are the Buffalo Bills. We don't win these rulings very often. Things get weird. Things get ugly. We are used to heartbreak. 4 straight Super Bowls with 4 straight losses. That's unheard of. It'll never happen again in the history of any sport. So, I just sit here, I watch this action, and I just wait for the inevitable where they just play on, make a field goal, to go to overtime, and we lose by 3. You know, that's okay, though. Yeah, you're right, Ralph. I got them ribs going. You know, I'm at least going to eat tonight. Maybe. I might not eat. I don't know.
Maybe. Depends.
I might not. I might just drink.
Nines and sevens.
God, and Deuces might consider it. Ultimate bluff catcher. Yeah, and he does
Does
get
call.
Mm-hmm.
Aztec extends the chip lead.
All right. As we all wait in suspense for the heads-up match, is for this call. And I mean, it's a critical call. Rule is down by contact. Well, there was no contact. So I think you're going to see overturned fumble in Buffalo Bills football, and I think you're going to see game over. But again, for everything I said, it's always heartbreak here in Buffalo.
God, it's like, why do you even try to get up there?
Yeah,
if you're Pascal.
He doesn't know any better.
Yeah, it's just natural instinct, I guess.
A game of inches and seconds, right? I mean, that guy was... this could be a little collision here. Likely a 3-bet from King Queen and appeal from Aztet with 2 sevens.
There's the 3-bet.
We're deep enough. I don't think we have to 4-bet. I don't think we're ever folding. We're just calling.
The appeal. Pretty favorable flop, as you would say, for 7s.
Yeah, it is. And now we just navigate. A little down bet's going to get you some insurance to guarantee a turn, potentially guarantee a river card, depending on texture here. Mirza could find something on the turn to 2-barrel. That is not a ticket to 2-barrel, but, you know, as high level as these guys are, maybe we just rep kings or queens the whole way through, and we put 7s in the blender. Let's see what Mirza does. Does he go high variance? Does he play for all of it, in a sense? And no, he's going to check it over. I think even if he did have kings or queens, he would probably take this exact line. He certainly would not call with king queen here, and he might elect to call with kings or queens. You can see it's probably over, but let's see. I mean, maybe Mirza just goes a full-on animal here and just rips, represents. No, it's over.
Just lay it down.
Yeah.
It's down to about 50 bigs. This review has taken a very long time.
Oh, I thought they already did it. I looked over. I was watching.
I saw Rivers running out. That's why I went like,
yeah.
Like, but then I realized I'm a little bit ahead. But that was not based off of any ruling.
So they did review it. Is it over, Jeff? I missed it if they did.
No, they're about to make the announcement on yours.
Okay. Yeah, of course it stands. There we go. So they're not going to call that a fumble. I told you guys, this is what happens as a Buffalo fan. I'm used to it.
That is absurd.
Yep. And
oh my God, good luck.
Yeah, this is what happens. We're just okay. Yeah. I really don't get it. I mean, isn't that the whole point of having cameras and taking 45 minutes to review a single play? Isn't that the whole point?
It wasn't that close from
I didn't think so either.
What I saw, it looked pretty definitive. Oh, what a sweat you will have now, sir.
Yeah, well, it's always like this, Jeff. You know that?
King Queen versus King 5.
Yeah.
Aztet, a little bit less than a 3-1 chip lead. About a minute left in this level. Fives for both.
Six would be ugly.
We'll chop if it goes to showdown, which it does do.
JC, Hanks, can we get some relaxed in the chat? You're right, man. Let's just relax, okay?
Let us relax.
All just relax. And yeah, well, just don't give up like some weird bomb to the end zone. God, seriously, headsets off. I'm out.
Sickening.
I mean, yeah, I would
King
just
eye flush for Aztet.
I would just start crying.
It'd be a pretty sick play. Here's the raise.
Oh, yeah, I love this.
12,200.
With a 3 in his hand too, which is kind of fun. We blocked that full house combo.
Flush is good. Mirrors a fold. Blinds go up. 800, 1600. So about 30 bigs for Mirza.
Pretty big level change for Mirza. Yeah, that's going to change what his maneuverability, particularly post flop. You just don't have much, and there's going to be certain hands you just have to get in pre rather than peel. Small pairs come to mind. And I say have to. You're not bound to that. That's just typically what theory would suggest.
Nicholas Aztet getting closer and closer. Brent, ace-4 of spades. Jacks for Aztet.
This is weird. So if it's like a smallish 3-bet from Aztet, I mean, ace-4 of spades could consider 4-bet jamming. Yeah, this is a tough spot. And he is going to peel.
Does flop a 4 and a backdoor flush draw and straight draw.
Oh, wow. Just
Aztet
overbet
just
jams.
bomb.
2 jacks. Wow. Wow. Strong, man. Just leaning on Mirza now. Now, can we consider just... we're too deep to just rip it.
20
I don't think
bigs
Rivers
for
can
Mirza.
get it to the end zone. That's it. Game over. Buffalo.
There's a flag.
What?
There's a flag. I'm just kidding. It's over. You won.
Oh, my God. All right, let's go.
There
Mafia,
it
stand
is.
up.
You can
Let's
relax.
go. Let's go.
Congratulations.
First playoff win in 25
Oh
years.
my God! What
25
a sweat
years. Let's
down
go.
the stretch. Congratulations
man.
to Brent Hanks' Buffalo Bills.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you can take a deep breath, my friend.
Ah.
I don't know if you had any air left in you.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow,
I
that
kept
was
it cool as
sick.
fuck. Yeah. Let's go.
You guys like my flag on the play?
Man. Yeah, you kind of got me there, too, because
Yeah,
I saw Rivers took a weird hit. Yeah. Good call on our parlay, by the way, Jeff. Our money line bet instead of the spread, right?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Well, you said, you thought it was going to be close, and it was.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be
So
a
we
game.
just
And I almost
thought we'd
nailed
go
it. What did I
money
say? It was
line.
going to be 31-27?
Yeah, something like that. Pretty close.
Yeah. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Lucky Spruce always comes through. This has been the year of Lucky Spruce. All right. This is the year of Lucky Spruce. Oh. All the text. You should see my phone. I mean,
I bet it's blowing up.
It's just it's just going ballistic right now. Yeah. Yeah. Woo. All right.
Tyler, now it's time for my Seahawks. Now I'm going to be shaking Bills win. Amazing. Drill my parlay. Hanks' face is dropped. LMAO.
That's great.
Nick, not going to lie, you got me too.
Well, now let's see who's going to win this championship, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of feeling a Mirza comeback. It's been his day. Maybe
So?
he's run
Yeah.
too hot though. Like
That's
you
true.
can't have a royal flush, a straight flush, quads, and just win the damn thing, right? I mean, someone's got to take the jelly out of your donut.
Nicholas will just rip it with the force.
Yeah.
A little more than 20 bigs effective. Are going to try to limp in. Nicholas is not so fast, my friend. Couldn't imagine losing that game after that terrible call.
I mean, it was an awful call.
Yeah.
There's God. Yeah. Nick from Yuma, show us your Plenty of Fish profile. What does that mean? Is that a dating site, Plenty of Fish?
That is. Yeah, that is.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, my wife's right over here, bro. You want to go? Kids are
She
here,
runs
too.
the account.
Yeah. Yeah, she's my social media manager for Plenty of Fish.
Threes for Aztet. Chips will go in. Mirza's stack is dwindling. Five, eight of spades with about 15 bigs. Aztet with Queen Jack.
Yeah, you're not just ripping it in.
Yeah.
Aztet easily can.
Right.
Mirza's annoyed, like, oh, fuck, why didn't I just put it in? But probably not. You just shouldn't. You're too good. Aztet's going to lean on you, of course. And it looks like we got a break. So we'll
got a break.
see this thing. Yeah.
All right, so we'll jump on a quick break as well. We will be right back. You're watching the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series 10K. Heads up.
The GGPoker Wildcard Cam.
Welcome in once again to the GGPoker Wildcard Cam. Looking back at some classic hands on GG featuring some of the titans of the game. Brent, this time, speaking of titans, we go to the World Series of Poker 25K heads up, and we're sweating this hand with Darren Elias against Scott Seaver, and we're defending here with the Queen 3.
Oh, baby. I mean, Scott Seaver. I have so much experience against Scott Seaver. I have no doubt that he has. Yeah, he's got ace-4 spades, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, you lost the one time you played heads up against Scott Seaver for a tournament title, so I'm certainly not going with the ace-4 spades. I'm kind of feeling the ace-10 after the check back, Brent.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a really good player, a really terrible player with check back the flop with ace-10 of clubs, Jeff. So this doesn't make any sense.
I think it makes all the sense in the world to check back with the gut shot, with the backdoor flush draw. Elias leading. Seaver makes the call. And in my opinion, Brent, he just rivered the stone cold Nutter Butters.
Absolutely wrong again, Jeff Platt. He's got ace-4 of spades, no doubt. Nothing but ace high. He's going to try and run some sort of bluff. I can feel it in my bones.
You have gotten this right 2 weeks in a row. Elias with the overbet lead there on the river. Raise it up, Scotty. Raise it up with the Nutter Butters.
Oh, boy. If he raises here, no. He's still going to be bluffing, Jeff. It's Scott Seaver. He's one of the best players. He's got to be bluffing.
Let's see what Seaver does here. Queen on the river. Elias leads. Seaver. He does raise. He does shove. This is definitely the ace-10 of clubs.
100% just ace high, ace-4 of spades. Lock it in. No doubt about it.
I was misreading the board. I was like, you know, if that jack is a 10. Oh no. I mean, it is a cool move, but I don't see how Enrico is ever folding here, right? You just don't fold. If Enrico checks and Rune F sends it, I think he takes it down. This is a great board to bluff, Nenonoko. It is a great board to bluff.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. So Rune F should be he's thinking about
Full
how
set.
often. He doesn't need to bet that much if he's going to bluff, I feel like, because it's hard for him to be bluffing. He's trying to figure out how many queens are in his opponent's range, and just think about it. Queen Jack offsuit.
Oh, what a bet that he gets it done! Oh my god, no. But you're going up against ace X so much, or just like pure paint, that I think when you flop mid pair there and open ender, it feels like you've got it all. This could be a big one, by the way. Ace queen against sevens. I think we're done folding, and Ami Barrow is all in with his tournament live on the line. Can the sevens hold? So far they can. Ace queen against seven. There's the queen, and that means Ami Barrow needs one of the last two sevens, or he will be bamboozled, and that's it. We're heads up, Nano. Darren Elias with the double. Ami Barrow eliminated in third place. New year.
Clean cut, right?
Yeah, I mean, Stapes can pull off the beard on ESPN. We saw him do that a couple years ago. Meanwhile, more than 33K in the middle on table 2.
Oh, I'm dialed in there, baby.
Action-packed start here. Hulk with 23K behind.
I am dialed in here. He's got we have a one-liner to a straight, obviously.
Spades did not come in.
Holy hell. Here we go. This could be one of these 6 buy-ins for Daniel if he wins this pot.
Right here, right now. And he does effectively rip it. Polk snap calls. Negreanu did have the 4 ball. And here we go. Daniel Negreanu wins about an 80K pot. This session has started off nicely for Kid Poker.
Bring on the voice of God.
Sounds good.
How about you stick around for this one, Jeff? Aces versus Kings.
Oh my! What holds?
One time, baby. There it is.
Aces will hold.
Wow.
For a $108,000 pot.
Whoa.
Oh, baby. All right, and here we are. We are back. The 10K heads up. Nicholas Aztet versus Mirza Muhovic. Mirza Brent down to 15 bigs. Pressure's going to continue here.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, it's a tournament and anything can spin, Jeff. That's the nature of these things. In a heartbeat, can turn it around.
Much is certainly true. Aztet looking for that signature win on GG. So many second place finishes, 4 of them, in fact, in the Super Millions. Mirza, bad time to start running bad.
Yeah, and the money will go in any minute now.
Right now?
Right here, probably. Very likely, yeah. I think King 10 can jam and snap call for Mirza.
And here we go. Mirza Muhovic all in and at risk with the ace-jack against Nicholas Aztet's King 10. 4-4-3 on the flop. A safe one for Muhovic. A safe turn for Muhovic. A king or a 10. And Aztet is our champion. We'll squeeze it. It's not a king. It's not a 10. And so Mirza Muhovic has found the double up back to 40K, back to like about 25 bigs.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it's ball game. And in tournaments, you can spin this thing up so quickly. Darren Enta, congrats. Thank you so much. Darren, it was a team effort. I give my team out there on the field a lot of credit for this big victory today.
Yeah, you aren't going to take all of the credit. That's very nice. Spades. The flush comes in for Mirza. He checks. Aztet now with the baby flush. 7 high flush.
Probably both players just happy to get to showdown. I mean, if Aztet bets, he's valuing the 3, and he is. Yeah, okay.
So we'll check snap. Up to 30 bigs. Mirza Muhovic was Fedor's pick to win this one. Fedor fired 2K, getting a little better than 2-1. I did. Sharp.
Okay.
Just sharp. Picking the guy who has the lead in the finals.
Very bold prediction, Jeff. You're the only person. Well, that's not true. There are a ton of bettors on Aztet.
Yeah. And as our guy Mox sent us, Aztet ended up having about 100 bettors at around the 2-1 mark.
Is that right?
Most popular player that people bet on. And is close to a victory, but still plenty of time for Mirza.
This tree's not going anywhere.
On this level.
Nick from Yuma, you're right, man. Lucky Spruce is here to stay. By the way, Daniel Negreanu has started winning ever since Lucky Spruce went up. So there's a reason, a very large reason why this tree is never coming down.
That's great.
Speaking of which, Daniel Negreanu just texted me. He's very excited.
There we go.
About the Bills win.
What a win it was. Nice cover for those out there who had the Colts. Well-deserved cover.
We knew that was happening.
Yeah. Ooh, 8s and 4s for Mirza and 7s for Nicholas Aztet. Deuce of hearts on the turn. There's the fires, about 8,000. Oh, Aztet just lays down the 7s right then and there.
That is strong.
That's strong. That is nice.
I guess you just avoid guessing scenarios when you have your opponent knocked down to this sort of a blind scenario, right? You can just lean and lean and lean, but you avoid these slippery spots. That is
That's really cool.
Noting. That is worth noting, ladies and gentlemen. If you are out there watching this, that spot that he just avoided, don't guess.
Yeah.
Avoid guessing. You've got your opponent on the ropes. You've got better than a 3-1 chip lead, 4-1 really, and you can apply pressure in spots like this. Way more comfortable, obviously.
So I think you just naturally think, heads up, I have second pair. There's no chance I'm just check calling and then check folding. But you see why you do it sometimes. Wow.
That was fascinating. That is, I will remember that hand.
Yeah.
Not even a really exciting pot at all, but just
right,
more
not
of
a big pot. Just
yeah.
Check raised here with the two-way straight draw on the flop. There's a top pair sticking around.
This was not going anywhere. I think we probably. Wow, I'm surprised. I thought he might deny. That's just got to give up.
Yeah.
Mohovic, weird spot, can vet for value, but you're really not getting called by a 9 or an 8 because they weren't taking that line on the flop. They never check raising. And you don't want to bet into somehow a rivered flush or just a tricky, weirdly played value hand by Aztec. You're just happy to win that pot, drag it, and move along.
He says ace 10. Mirza wasn't going anywhere on the flop with the jack. That works. Called on flop. Got to showdown. Jack high is good.
I'll tell you what, if I didn't already have a child coming in April, I would have an October baby on the way after today.
Oh my. Yeah, that's you were pretty revved up after that one, huh?
I'm a little
pretty
juiced.
Ready to go.
I'm a little revved up. I am. It's all just hitting me now that was our first playoff win in 25 years. I would.
Like you
I would
move
probably
on.
Name my next son Josh.
I mean, 3 more wins and you have your title. Yeah. Just three. Looked up by the 7s. Well played by Mirza to chip up. Flops a pair of 4s. Open ender for Nicholas in the backdoor flush draw.
I don't see this getting out of line anytime soon.
About 10K in the pot.
Do you take the equity to the dome or do you apply max pressure? We're going to take the max pressure route. We're going to put a 4 and a 3 in jail. This is going to be a heroic spot now. I don't know. Yeah. Aztec take this line with various flush draws, right? Would he go bet? What would he value bet that's not a flush? I don't think he's ever giving Mirza a flush in this spot. He knows he probably has just exactly a 4
and just rips it with the 9 high.
Dude, this might get called. Wow, what a bluff.
Lays it down. Well played. Lena 900. Had that 5 in his hand. Had that 9 of hearts in his hand.
Wow.
Went for it. Got it done. Blinds go up 1K, 2K.
Yeah.
So now 100 bigs are on the table. Mirza with about 20, a little more. And Aztec just coming after it, pouncing, applying max pressure.
Yeah, I love this. Lima, I'm probably saying your name wrong. I don't know. I've become a Bills fan in Finland just because of Hanks, man. I love that.
Wow,
Welcome to the Mafia. Welcome to the Mafia. Michelle Madsen, seriously, no one cares, dude. I don't know who you're talking to, Michelle.
She's talking to the guy who's getting his messages deleted.
Oh, got it. Okay, well, that's good news. I thought you were
talking
about,
to you. Yeah, no.
My
we
kid
know Michelle.
on the way. Man, jeez.
She drops into plenty of these. She's a Brent Hanks fan.
Oh, love that. Love that. That's what I thought. Like, oh, God, maybe I rubbed her the wrong way. Thomas Streetman, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Love that, Michelle. She's going to root for the Bills. I knew I loved her.
See, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, small raise here from Mirza with the Queen 7 after Nicholas called and flop 2 pair.
Oh, well, if you're, I mean, it's a computer hand after all.
That's right.
What was that? I mean, I got to remember. Why is Queen 7 called the computer hand? Because
isn't it like one of the first computer sims of like millions of hands? Queen 7 was the most popular hand, and so everybody just started calling it the computer hand.
Really?
I think that's at least somewhat close to right.
I don't know. Someone in the chat pro, find out why Queen 7 was the computer hand. I'm sure Jeff is right, but what I forget. I forget why we were always calling that the computer hand way back in the day, all the way through now.
And Brent, how about this? Tom Rinaldi is on the screen on Fox doing an NFL game. That's so weird to see.
Why is Rinaldi calling this game?
He moved to Fox Sports.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
They said, hello, here's a big paycheck. He said, hello.
Yeah. I'm here too, guys, if you need me. Fox or ESPN. Oh, no, I guess not. Jeff, you work for ESPN.
Well, now that you mentioned it, as Nicholas calls with ace high, he'll see the full house.
Now there's a bluff catcher you don't see or hear about much on that sort of texture. Sees the goods.
You know, Brent, we see Aaron Andrews and Tom Rinaldi as sideline reporters, and I would say, you know, I'm kind of at that level now as after being World Series of Poker main event sideline reporter, which episodes will be on ESPN in the next couple months. So I just think we're kind of like the top 3 go-tos when it comes to sideline reporting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not a good one for Mirza on the turn.
Well, always heard Aaron Andrews had a thing for me, but I never really pursued it.
Kind of doubt that.
No.
Mirza back down to under 20 bigs.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough one right there. Thomas Streetman says, found that in random hands, Queen 7 won roughly 50% of the time and lost 50% of the time. So there you go.
Oh. So I was kind of wrong.
I think that's, not what you said, but you had the right idea. Ian Sheriffs, what's up, my man? It says first Bills win since 95. Mafia, that's right, brother. That's right. Yeah, I was irate. Darren Enta, dude, I know, man. That was crazy.
Oh my God, that was
it's just like a
that was absurd.
I knew that was going to happen, Jeff.
Yeah, you called that. I'm like,
they were going to call him down. They were going to say, oh,
they almost didn't even review it. McDermott had to call a timeout as Milovic rips it with the flush draw.
Stupid.
Yeah, that was really strange.
Danny Negreanu was a huge fan of my. Here, I'm going to send this picture to. Who do I send this to? I'll send it to Discord. Simon will like this one.
Okay.
You can see how I dressed for the show today.
Producer Simon leading the way. Got Carlin and Alex in the chat.
There you go. Carlin will like
Got
this
our
one too.
Korea team, Tom of DK Metcalf, of Matthew of Hillia, of Jaden of Mox, John and Michael overseeing the entire operation. We'd like to thank that fantastic squad, the GG squad.
The GG Power Team.
Yeah, the Power Team. That's good. I mean, that's not that good of a name, but it's all right. It's better than me stealing the GG squad thing. The GG... the squad / team, that's great.
Right.
Yeah. Nope, that doesn't really flow.
Really good. Very creative there.
Thank you. Not really the most creative.
Negreanu loves my pants and sock combination.
Oh, that's cool.
Got this beautiful Armani jacket on, this gorgeous shirt, and then, of course, I've got my Buffalo Bill Zubas on with my beer socks. I don't know what parachute... Producer Simon said, are they parachute pants? I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to dear Google that. Dear Mist Google. What are parachute pants? How about the chat? Chat, what are parachute pants? Can you fill us in?
Fours and 20 bigs behind.
Oh, this is in.
Go ahead and rip it.
I think King Jack is... actually, I don't know.
King Jack's good enough? 26 bigs? 27?
It's really close.
Borderline?
It's really close. It's 26, 27. It's probably a little too much. You know, you're likely flipping. You can be shown the worst hand. This could be fun.
Ooh, and just could this be the limp shove with the ace-6 of clubs if Aztet raises like he does with the 10s?
Definitely could be. I watching Mirza, he usually would just call. Oh,
yeah,
he's gonna
all
do
of it. Aztet makes the call. Here we go. Muhovic all in and at risk with the ace-6 of clubs. Safe flop for Aztet. Nicholas Aztet just needs to dodge an ace on the river and he's our champion. That is not an ace. He has done it. Lena 900 has added another prestigious title to his tournament resume. Nicholas Aztet wins the 10K heads up at the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series for more than $348,000. Brent, what a showing from just one of the best to ever do it.
It's only fitting, right? You have a prestigious 10K championship event. You've got a player of Lena 900's caliber. Clearly the fan favorite coming in. He was the odds-on favorite with the betting market, and he brought home the title. What a performance, man. That was awesome stuff.
What a performance indeed. 104 bettors get paid out $33,427.92. Make me number 105 because I'm going to get some of that sweet Brent Hanks money. Let's take a look at the final results. Again, it is Nicholas Aztet coming out on top. And Brent, what an admirable showing for Mirza Muhovic.
Mirza Muhovic, by the way, that's his first cash on GGPoker as far as tournaments are concerned. We know he's a high-stakes cash game player. That's his first one as far as tournaments go. Awesome player. Really exciting to watch. Unbelievably creative. Really cool to see these two players wind up heads up. It was an interesting match. I mean, it was entertaining as hell, no doubt about it. And it was a battle. It was anyone's game. And by the way, Cooper in third place, the Cinderella story coming in, bows out for $99,500. Ian Motter, fourth place. I don't think he got that payout. Didn't he get $99,000?
Right. He also got $99,000.
So both players there in third and fourth are going to get that payout of $99,500. Great showings by the two of them. But overall, Nicholas Aztet, Lena 900, amazing performance. And he's a damn good champion.
Yeah, that much is true. And to your point, great runs by our satellite qualifiers as well. All right, Brent, we enter the final week of the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series. So you know we have to cap it off with a bang. Ooh. And how's this for a bang? The main event, a $1,700 buy-in and a $10 million guaranteed prize pool.
That's unheard of. $1,700 buy-in and a $10 million guarantee. And you know, GGPoker's been putting out all these tickets for players to get in there. This is going to be a huge turnout. Excited for that final table, Jeff. 1 week from today, we're going to be back and we get to cover this final table and someone's going to walk away a millionaire.
Yeah, let's get to that lovely preview screen. Final table, cards up coverage. I mean, we're expecting to have, about $2 million up top in this one. It's the final table of the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series. Again, that is next Saturday, same time, same place. That's 6:15 p.m. UTC. That's 1:15 p.m. Eastern, and that is 10:15 a.m. Pacific time. GGPoker.tv. It's going to be fantastic. Event number 18, $100 million guaranteed throughout the course of the series, a $10 million guarantee in that one. That is going to be one of the tournaments of the year. So Brent, we are not done yet because now, my friend,
I love this part.
Now is the time, the GGPoker wildcard cam. Who gets it right? Does any of us get it right? Did y'all in the chat get it right? Let us take a look. The GGPoker wildcard cam results are right here. Roll it.
The GGPoker wildcard cam.
He does raise. He does shove. This is definitely the ace 10 of clubs.
100% just ace high, ace four of spades. Lock it in. No doubt about it.
Let us see. Elias folds. It is. It is indeed the ace 10 of clubs. Finally. Just a little bit of redemption, just a hint of redemption. It was causing me max pain night after night to know that you had gotten 2 correct picks in a row. Finally, Brent, we are back.
The end of a dynasty. How will I sleep at night after this?
Wow. I mean, how sharp am I? I nail it with the Aztec pick, and I nail it on the GGPoker wildcard cam.
Makes
Brent, your
me
thoughts?
absolutely sick. Those are my thoughts, Jeff. Makes me absolutely sick that you could possibly get that right. I had no idea Scott Seaver was such a fish.
You had played Scott Seaver heads up in an Aria high roller, right?
Yeah, sure did. Abused him.
Did you win?
Nope.
No.
Did not. Did not.
He did
Second
not
place, runner-up, just like I was in that wild card camera segment. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. If the Bills lost today, Jeff, and then you got that right, I mean, that was the end of me entirely. Good for you, buddy. You needed to win something. It's been a while.
Yeah, that much is true. All right, that wraps it up for us. Thanks once again to our fantastic crew in Korea. We've got Tom, we've got DK, of course, that's DK Metcalf, Matthew Hillia, Jaden, Mox running the numbers for us as far as final table betting is concerned. Somewhere around the world, we have Simon, we have Carlin, we have Alex, and overseeing it all, we have John and Michael from the fantastic GG crew. We will see you next week for the World Series of Poker Winter Online Circuit Series main event, final table cards up coverage. It is going to be fantastic, and I'll see you on Monday for another episode of High Stakes Feud. For Brent Hanks, I'm Jeff Platt. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of the weekend.
I think Mater probably. Oh my God!
My God! A royal flush for Mirza Muhovic. One more time. A royal flush for Mirza Muhovic. And of course, Ian Mater as a king. Oh my God.
I'm frozen.
I'm stunned.
We're seeing a royal flush right now in a heads-up match. This is great, and he might actually get called. Now you're dying to get called, right? Like what hearts? Okay, well, if we're up against a 9 of hearts somehow.
Oh, and he went for all of it.
Might let him off the hook.
Yeah, that'd be the way that Ian gets away.
What a sick spot. What a hand, the royal flush from Mirza, and his nice quick bowl, too. Wow. Gross. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no, and it's good game, Ian Mater, who just went for it there on the river.
Wow.
Muhovic all in and at risk with the ace-6 of clubs. Safe flop for Aztec. Nicholas Aztec just needs to dodge an ace on the river, and he's our champion. That is not an ace. He has done it. Lena 900 has added another prestigious title to his tournament resume. Nicholas Aztec wins the 10K heads up at the World Series of Poker Winter on